Do me a favor.
Yeah.
I want you to hit me in the face.
What?
I want you to hit me in the face.
Forget about it.
Joey, I want you to hit me in the face. Go ahead. Go ahead, take it back.
I said forget about it. I ain't doing it.
Come on, we have fights all the time. What are you worried now you're going to hit me in the face? Hit me in the face. Go ahead.
No.
What are you afraid?
Afraid of what?
Come on, don't be a little faggot. Come on, hit me.
I'm afraid.
Take your best shot, man.
Come on, Jack, huh? You're gonna be a real jerk and want me to punch you in the face.
Hey, Joey, did I not tell you just to do it? Now I'm telling you, you gotta do it.
You sure? Yeah. All right.
Harder.
Yeah?
You throw a punch like you take it up the ass. Come on. Harder. Harder. Harder.
That's hard. You fuck. What do you want?
Harder.
Nah, your fucking cuts are opening and everything. What are you trying to prove? What does it prove?
Doesn't pay to try. All the smart boys know why. It doesn't mean I didn't try. I just never know why. If the club's all alone, baby, you're not at home. And when I'm home, big deal, I'm still alone. It's a restless time, beat my head against the pole. Try to knock some sense down in my bones. And even though they don't show, the scars aren't so old. And when they go, they let you know. You can't put your arm around a memory. You can't put your arm around a memory. You can't put your arm around a memory. Don't try. Don't try. You're just a bastard kid, and you got no name. 'Cause you're living with me, we're one and the same. And even though they don't show, the scars are so old. And when they go, they let you know. Okay, you can't put your arm around a memory. You can't put your arm around a memory. You can't put your arm around a memory. Don't cry. Don't cry. You can't put your arm around a memory. You can't put your arm around a memory. You can't put your arm around a memory. Don't try. Don't try.
Yeah, it's the Ron and Fez show. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. I'm Ron Bennington. There's Fez Watley.
Hiya, buddy.
Earl Johnny Thunders today.
Yeah, that was picked by Eastside Dave and by Blowhard.
Really? So, finally I'm ready to say, what's happening with you, Earl? You're getting off your old NEW list. And I see Eastside Dave is involved. By the way, Eastside Dave, Here's how you're spending the evening tonight, watching the collector's edition of The Quiet Man.
Yes, thank you very, very much.
I also got you a small thing of popcorn, some juju beads, and a half a joint.
You didn't have to go all out.
Yeah, I want you to enjoy yourself. Bum, 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 bum,
Lucky.
bum, bum. It is the Ron and Fez show. Only one story in the news, this story that broke yesterday when we were on the show about the massacre of Virginia Tech. Fezzy, did you happen to see the press conference this morning where the kid is from, or where his hometown is?
No, I missed the press conference today.
Centerville, your little hometown when you lived in when we were working at WJFK.
Oh, yeah, I lived 2 years in Centerville, Virginia.
Yeah. Or, as it's known in French, bumfuck. So Fez is in the middle of this odd little town, and then it pops up on the news.
Yeah, very strange. Just to hear that. You never heard that town's name. Even when I told people when living in Virginia. Where do you live? Centerville. Really?
Well,
where's that?
It's the center of everything. So the entire national media has shown up at Virginia Tech as the cop walks out today. It's just the sea of microphones. I don't know why we can't get to the point where everybody can share the same mic and you can kind of just walk up and, connect to that. But every piece of shit TV station, local radio station, all has to bring their same mic. So this little old lady who's sitting around talking about she'll be helping out people that are in shock has to sit there in front of 4,000 microphones.
Yeah, I noticed this. I was watching, I think it was the NBC News last night with Brian Williams, and as he's reporting live, you see this entire other camera crew and anchor man run behind him. I mean, just jogging past him in the background, and I'm thinking, well, what's going on over there that cameras are rushing over there now?
All right, the Ron and Fez show hanging with you today till 3 o'clock. Already, too, Earl's Baptist Church said they will show up and protest anything that's going on with any of the funerals as a way of being anti-gay.
Yeah, the Westboro Baptist Church.
And you belong to that since you were a little kid.
No, I am a Baptist.
Thank you. Now, your church will go out, you will protest against returning soldiers, the firemen who died at 9/11, and now the victims of this. What is it about the Baptist religion that they feel the need to yell at other people's funerals?
Certain sects of the Baptist Church, they're completely out of their minds. They believe that this is God's will and this is God's punishment.
They think only bad people die, right?
Yeah, they think they're all bad. There's certain people that's like, unless you.
But the woman that we talked to said that they don't die because they're good. So they think, I guess they're never going to die.
Yeah, Shirley Phelps-Roper of the Westboro Baptist Church, he believes that.
How come you never get her back on again?
Because she's insane, and she's generally traveling. She's always at someone else's funeral. She's always bouncing around all over the country protesting these soldiers'
Thank you, Earl. Come on in, Dave. Dave, I want you... we don't have our own correspondent, so I basically think I may have to send you down there to Virginia to help annoy people with everybody else.
Okay, I would love to. I mean, I don't want to annoy them, but I would definitely love to act as your scoop.
It's because everybody feels like they need, if you look down there now, Good Morning America is there, the Today Show is there, and for some reason, they feel like, all right, because of what's happened, we can't get dressed up or put on our makeup. They act like they are part of the firemen or something. They got caught with this.
Okay, I've been a correspondent before. So, at the Spring Lake July 4th fireworks ceremony for the local newspaper.
I had no idea. What did you do exactly?
Yeah. They just had me look at the fireworks and then report on how beautiful it was. And the local news actually had me on camera.
Earl, did you try Shirley again?
We will try her now.
Thank you. I'm going to start producing for you. Let me see if I can do stuff to help you out a little bit, Earl. That'll be my job today. All right, Ron and Fez show, 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ.
Now, why did the Today Show have to go there? Why are you doing your morning TV show from Virginia Tech?
It will go on like this for 3 weeks. That's when, like, everybody was trying to find out stuff yesterday. I'm like, you will know more about this than everything else. And Matt Lauer was on TV last night, and he said that he was able to walk right up and get right into the building. And he said the kids were like, hey, what are you doing here? Like, they had, and he's gone, they have no idea that this is a national story and one of historical significance. I'm like, why should they? Their friends just got shot up. Now everybody is in shock. As a matter of fact, last night, you didn't see a single tear. But as time goes on, there will be the people who weren't exactly there, but they want to be part of the mourning process. And as I'm watching last night, they were showing stuff from Columbine 8 years before, saying what those kids felt about this latest thing. So it's almost like there is a way to do this now. So much like for the news side of it. Here's the beginning, middle, and then finally end of these stories. And then we do a 1 year checkup, because somebody will come out of this as the face of the tragedy. The person who there's something about his or her personality that the rest of us will attach on to. And when they cry, the nation, people around the nation will be able to cry or be able to feel better about themselves. And
one thing that I found a little disgusting was I saw, like, it seemed like the news was so happy to call it, like, the biggest shooting in American school history, as if it was Bonds breaking, Hank Aaron's home run record.
It very much is like the same thing with Bonds, and then they go back to the other one. We do have Shirley Phelps-Roper on. Not too rough, huh, Earl?
No, not at all.
Her church,
The Westboro Baptist Church in Kansas.
Shirley's on. Hello, Shirley. You're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, how are you?
Good. We saw you guys popped up back in the news today. You plan on going over to Virginia Tech?
We sure do.
Now, what is the purpose there, Shirley?
Well, look, hon, you gotta listen, because we've been at this for 16 years, and this isn't going to get better. It's only going to get worse.
Right.
So the God who created you set His standard in the earth, and He expects His creatures to obey His standard. Mm-hmm. If you're not going to obey His standard, then He's going to yet have compassion on you. That compassion. Now, I'm telling you this. I'm giving you a lot of scripture here, and if this nation would stop being Bible ignorant, you'd know this.
Right.
But this is the way His compassion looks. He sends His servants onto your streets to warn you. And He says, when He does that, leave them alone. He says, if you won't leave them alone, then I am going to repay you with exactly what you do to them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we've been having this nation shoot at us, drive their cars at us, bomb us with an IED.
Right.
Use all your efforts and all of your resources to demonize, vilify, and marginalize us. And now you're reaping what you've sowed. Here you've got that.
So you feel like something like this happens because everybody was mean to you and your family?
Don't say mean. Well, how dare you? You're going to use that kind of glib speech. Did you hear me say shooting at us?
Mm-hmm.
But when your God shoots, He does such a better job of it. When He uses an IED, He does such a better job of it. Did you see the CNN article last week? A full 1/3 of all those troops over there are going to come away with a traumatic brain injury.
No,
they won't have anything wrong with many of them will have missing limbs, but by God, they've got excellent equipment to keep from their neck to their groin perfectly safe.
Shirley, anything good happening in the world? Anything you feel good about?
You understand that the Lord is coming.
Right. When?
Shortly.
Okay.
And what you're going to see before your eyes are two things. You're going to see the destruction of this nation.
Mm-hmm.
Look around you. Every day, the wrath of God is pouring out. He's deluded You know, that guy that did that shooting had only been in this country less than a year.
Right.
Now listen to the words of this song that we sing for the Coast Guard.
Right.
The coast you guard are leaking sieves in spite of all your laws. You'll never stop your enemy. Your enemy is God. Huh? That guy got in this country without one problem from South Korea. He hung around for a year, and then he was the servant of God to execute that judgment on this rebellious and disobedient nation.
So God made him do it.
He sent him to do it.
Okay.
Who do you think controls the hearts of men? Do you think that it's a joke that he's kidding when he says, when you rebels won't obey me, I will choose your delusions?
Mm-hmm.
Because you've turned from the truth, I will turn you unto fables. That guy thought he was doing a good thing. And then he thought it was a good thing to kill himself. And look what you're left with. You don't even have anyone to prosecute. You thought you were going to go after the Afghans and, the Taliban and the this and the that because you failed to recognize that the Taliban, the Islamic jihadist, the Catholic pedophile machine, the Amish self-righteous, substitute my righteousness for God dolts, and every other, the Buddhists, call the roll. They're all heads of the exact same monster called false religious systems, and God hates them all. So you're going to see the destruction of this nation, and you're going to see the return of the Lord Jesus Christ through those clouds as he promised to execute judgment on this generation of rebels that know not God and obey not the gospel. And our job is to put that cup to your lips and make you drink it. Mm-hmm. That's why we will be at that memorial service.
Now, when is that going to be? You don't even know yet, huh?
No, they haven't scheduled it. But when they schedule that squall fest,
right,
while they sit around, that now you can understand the verse that says, you cover the altar with tears. They'll turn up in all the churches across doomed America, the so-called churches. What they are leper colonies, whorehouses, dog kennels.
Right.
But they'll cover the altar with tears, squalling around. And God says, I will not accept that with any goodwill at your hands because you won't obey. I didn't ask you to do anything except obey.
Well, we've been so busy.
Yeah, I know, hon. You're busy chasing your filth with both hands.
Well,
and you can try to mock and scoff, but as these events get more and more traumatic, as you see they are,
mm-hmm,
and more your soldiers come home in body bags, because they are.
Right. Do you worry about your safety or the safety of your kids with all these attacks that were on you?
Hell no, because we serve the living and the true God who has promised.
And you're also defended by the police.
Defended by the police.
Yeah.
Don't you understand? There's not a single mechanism in place in this country that wasn't established by the Lord your God. Right. Do you think that it's a coincidence? Do you think God didn't know that the last of the last days was going to get here and there was going to have to be a place where his servants could stand on the public rights-of-way and deliver his words to the whole globe? Have you seen the BBC documentary?
So those police are servants of God.
That's right, to do whatever purpose he sent them for. Now, of a truth, it's a big fat hypocrisy for you to even ask that question, because you know that First Amendment is specifically in place to protect those messages that you hate.
No, not necessarily. I felt like they're servants of God. I'm a servant of God putting you on here today.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
All right, we'll bring it up later.
But you're not.
When the shit hits the fan.
No, hon. No. Nebuchadnezzar was God's servant. But after God used him to kick those children of Israel, those rebels, you know what I'm talking about, into the Babylonian captivity.
I don't know.
After he used him for that purpose. That's historical information. You don't know about that history?
All right, Shirley, we'll keep an eye out for you on TV there, okay?
All righty.
All right, take care of yourself.
You too.
Right,
bye-bye.
Bye. I always like to have the thing, like, after all the thing, yeah, you too, please, have a good time.
Shirley Phelps.
She's fired up today. She's not even in a good mood.
Oh, yeah. Shirley Phelps-Roper from the Westboro Baptist Church Her website, of course, is godhatesfags.com.
I don't know who talks nuttier on TV, her or Happy Typing Girl. I am not sure. Every time I turn on the TV, one of them is on. Boy, is that Happy Typing Girl yesterday's news. Her and her free speech bullshit.
Yeah.
Her and her, oh, why can't we? That's all out the window. You won't see any of that.
3 days of protest. Done.
Yeah.
She's crushed.
You wake up early in the morning for what? Nothing. Hey, did you have Dr. Steve talk with Alki last night?
I had Steve email Alki. I'm not sure if they actually... Alki was feeling sick yesterday. So I'm not
That's
sure.
why I wanted Dr. Steve to talk to him.
Yeah, I think he was sleeping most of the day.
I'll have Solera talk to him.
Oh, that's a good idea, too.
Thank you.
Yeah. He's getting in touch with them, though.
Is he going to?
Yeah.
Dr. Steve's a good man.
He's the best man. I got an email from Dr. Steve recently.
Yeah.
Just saying. 24/7. You can call me up and talk about dick problems.
He's really nice like that.
I call him sometimes 4 o'clock in the morning. Dr. Steve.
You said it.
I have insomnia.
He's really good to talk to, too. You email me saying, with any anxiety or heart problems or any concerns, I could email him or call him. Mm-hmm. And then as part of his email, this is probably violating confidentiality, but he goes, you can call me anytime. Trust me, ask Earl.
But, see, here's the thing. You say stuff like that, and then we don't get Jay Moore back on the air. You have got to stop using people's friendship to broadcast on the air. Because now Jay has not called us after calling us sometimes 6-7 times a week ever since you made fun of them for trying to help you.
I know. I'm surprised at that because last time I talked to Jay, I really thought I had everything worked out and I thought everything was good again.
Do you listen to anything to Shirley Phelps-Roper? Is that her name?
Yeah, Shirley Phelps-Roper.
Or is it Shirley Roper Phelps?
No, Shirley Phelps-Roper.
You hear what she's trying to tell you and you're not even... We're at the end of days here now, Fez.
Yeah, God's
coming. The end of days.
According to her, God's coming shortly.
I don't believe it. So that's why she doesn't scare me that much.
I think we got a little sodomy time left. I really do. I think that there is going to be a certain amount of time to enjoy sodomy.
Yeah. I say 2012 is more probably going to be the end of days.
Why?
Than just, all the nuclear weapons, and if Jesus would come back, it sounds like a better number. 2012.
Okay. Here's Dan. Dan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, the thing that was really bugging me about the UT shootings was I'm a high school student. I wasn't as shocked as I was at Columbine. It doesn't shock me as much, and I wasn't sure whether or not that was because it was college students, because it was, we've already seen school shootings.
Exactly, that's what it is. You can only be shocked so many times. The first time of any time is the part that really gets to you. Now, after the second time, you're used to it. And now we're at the point, like I told you, I feel like I could produce the news. I know exactly how long these stories play out because I've seen it happen enough. And off we go. Now, here's the weird thing. Why I'm watching, because they broke into one of the shows, and, they're talking about this horrific thing. Now they go back and do the TV commercials. And they show that new British film that's opened up I told you guys to see.
Oh, Hot Fuzz?
Hot Fuzz, yeah. Where it's just guys shooting up a town with automatic weapons. And I'm like, that'll be off pretty quick. Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
Hey, I saw the documentary that that you talked about, and I just want to say, the main thing I got out of it, the documentarist, he sort of tried to reason with her, but the main thing that you really came away with when you watched that was that the Roper girls are highly fuckable.
I got that message from Mooch, who lives over there. He sent it to me. He goes, I know you don't like to watch TV on the computer, but wait till you see how hot the Roper daughters are. And I haven't watched it yet. Because, again, I don't like to sit there and watch long, extended videos sitting in my desk. It annoys me.
It's the most uncomfortable place to watch anything.
But I do it all the time. I had to do it with all the Ricky Gervais interviews. And I watched a ton of those that people sent me. Because now everybody from England sends you their TV shows. If you want, you can sit and watch them online.
Yeah, but your hands are, you have to be on the mouse at all times.
Why?
That's why? Why? Because what if you want to adjust the volume? What if you want to fast forward through a certain part? It's annoying to watch. I refuse to do it.
I just think if it's uncomfortable, that it's not a place that you can sit and relax and watch like you watch your TV. So apparently this thing, they're blaming it on a love triangle where the guy just blew up.
Yeah, and they identified the guy as Cho Sung-wee.
Yeah.
So a South Korean kid who was in the country. He was going to college at Virginia Tech.
Supposedly she had deleted an email he sent and blocked his IMs, and he lost it.
Yeah.
That's why you got to be very careful with these people. You know what I mean? Like the breakup of love thing, it's an insane place.
Yeah, because to one person's not a big deal. It's just, obviously a huge deal to this guy. And, this girl probably had no idea. She was probably just like saying thanks, but no thanks. I don't want to hang out with you. And they said,
we don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. I mean, that's your guessing.
Right.
But, we have no idea. Here is, let's go to Chris. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm to a point where I just feel almost guilty for watching all this media coverage, just because everything is just so sensationalized, so exploited. It's like one big, huge form of entertainment. I mean, do you guys feel that way, or?
Well, the news is entertainment. I mean, if not, why would we sit around and care? People will discuss how well the CBS News with Katie Couric does. Or, hey, more people read the Post than read the Daily News. And if it was really about the news, you would be talking about the news that's delivered, not the amount of money they can sell their advertising for. So everything about the news is entertainment. This is the United States of America. And everything is only done for one reason, and that's to make money. Now, you take a tragedy like this, and basically, for the rest of us, we've already heard everything there is to actually know about this story. We know that this tragedy took place. We know that this maniac kid went running around like a kill-crazy nut. He had probably planned this for a while and shot these innocent kids who had their whole life ahead of them. We know this.
Yeah.
And yet this will be, for the next 3 weeks, played out on every single news show. Somebody will get the idea of, putting stuff behind a song, and at that point, it is really only about us jumping in and being responsible. Forget the fact that the news people are responsible. The rest of us are just as responsible. We're playing the game. We're consuming. We are the consumers.
Well, you notice this, that every news anchor, every reporter that they go to at the scene of Virginia Tech is trying so hard to sound poetic about this. They're choosing their words so carefully to come across, like they're all the president of the United States, and they're searching for just the right comforting words.
Greg, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, I fully agree. There's nothing new to this story. As a matter of fact, MSNBC and NBC last night are detestable, running graphics that said Massacre of Virginia Tech with shattered glass and a picture of the campus behind the shattered glass. Mm-hmm. There's nothing that we can do from this point other than determine why the response was so slow and how to heal from this point forward.
Yeah, I mean, you're exactly right. There are jobs out there right now for the police department to go, how do we make sure we can spot these guys earlier? Or once somebody starts shooting, how do we get kids either locked down or out of there? All that type of stuff. But when we are now going back and going through these young girls' yearbooks, we're going to see the pictures of their bedroom with the stuffed animals there and see tickets to Acapulco of, the tickets that will never be used. All that stuff.
The outrage I feel is that
and music is going to play behind it, and we will all be affected. We will all jump into that. That's the whole deal.
And it didn't used to be like that, though. I mean, back in when Walter Cronkite was doing it, it seemed like it was just newspaper on television.
Right.
Well, I wonder when it developed into this,
You don't have to wonder. It's all laid out there for you. All you have to do is think back. It's about money. It's always about money. And it's about what something earns all the time. The fact that we sit around and know what the number one show is and what the number one show is not, what the number one movie is, what the number one movie isn't, or somehow we think it's great that producers are able to, run these shows and go out and get themselves a fucking giant swimming pool shaped like a tennis court. We don't fucking... Why should we care about that? We get exactly what we fucking want. This is our desires being laid out. To act like the rest of us are somehow acting like we're not connected to that is bullshit. Because we are part of it. We're the consumers.
I guess we do get sucked in, but maybe they should invest in a 24/7 news channel that is prohibited from having commercials on them. So this way, if they're not accepting money, they're not...
So you want socialized news. You want the government to run the news.
Well, I'm not saying the government necessarily has to run it.
Who's going to pay for it?
Well, there would have to be government-subsidized dollars to pay for it, obviously.
So that's what you want. So you're a socialist. You want the state to run the news.
I want there to be no way that a news network can make money off of advertising. Because then they're more prone to make the fucking special effects and the soundtracks and the big titles.
It's more than that. It also isn't just to sell for that moment, but that sets up those guys that are the best salesmen. You know what I mean? They're the ones that draw you in for the rest of your life. If you connect to, give me who wanted it, Brian Williams doing this, right?
Right.
Brian Williams will probably be your guy for the rest of your life. If you happen to be in your 20s and you don't have a news guy.
Sure.
And if there's something about Brian Williams, then he's your guy forever. So you're not even always aware of it, but they're marketing to you. And that's why nobody could stay back in New York. Everybody has to beat the foot down there.
Well,
because who are you? If two morning shows go there, and Good Morning America doesn't, who looks like they don't give a shit, right?
Yeah, and they're all trying to be the next Anderson Cooper, who just blew up after Hurricane Katrina because people thought he was getting his hands dirty there. So now every single one's got to follow suit.
Hester, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, guys. This is Wes. I was just going to check with y'all and see if you thought this happened a week ago. Do you think Imus would have gotten fired? And I got one more question. I'll hang up and listen. As far as the college's response, yes, it seemed like an isolated incident. Ron, do you really feel that they could have done anything more or should have thought? I mean, from now on, every time a murder takes place, do we have to cordon off a 2-square-mile area and think something else is going to happen?
To answer your question, that's what the FBI was already saying this morning, that everything that could have been done wrong was done wrong from a security point of view. Now, I know nothing about that or why we expect, security guards. Like, even here, sometimes, we'll make fun of Poe for paying too much attention to security. But that's what they want after something horrible happens. If somebody came in here, started shooting the place up, later they'll be going, where was Poe? So...
Look, I mean, shouldn't we point the finger at who actually did this instead of trying to find a scapegoat for why it happened?
Well, I mean, everyone agrees that the guy is dead. But when you have law enforcement and you have security, you want it to work as properly as possible. No one's talking about going back and taking advantage of these people, but to put something into place at Ohio State and Penn State and UCLA for the next nutty time something like this happens. And that's between them. I mean, really, is it something for the rest of us to worry about? I don't know. Hey, Paul, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Yeah.
Hey, I was watching the news, and what got me was the pictures of the really fat cop hiding behind the tree while all the shooting was going on. Why didn't these guys storm in there?
I have no idea what his procedures are, and I didn't see the guy, but I don't think it's when there's shooting going on and you don't know where it is. I don't think it's crazy to take a defensive position, even though you don't see that happening in your Bruce Willis movies.
Yeah, you have to find out what's going on first. You don't just blindly run into somewhere.
Hey, Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all have heard this. You know, they kind of note this kid's apartment, and it talks about he's wanting to do something about all the debauchery and the rich kids and all this stuff, and it was signed Ismail Act. I don't know if they're just trying to make some kind of Muslim Islamic connection, but it was signed Ismail Act, which, you know, Ismail, you know, that's going to be an Islamic thing right there.
Well, I mean, the kid was from South Korea.
Well, yeah, I know, but, you know, we have Americans that convert to Muslim,
right.
You know, that too. But, I mean, you know, I don't know if they're just trying to sensationalize on that point of it right there. And, you know, she said, oh, he's here a year. The kid's been here since he was 9 years old.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, he's been here a long time.
Thank you very much, my friend. 866-RON-0-FEZ. 866-RON-0-FEZ. Matt, you're on Ron Fez.
Hey, I just wanted to point out the fact that if you ever watch BBC News,
I do.
It's commercial free, and they actually do produce news. They don't sensationalize it so much that we, as Americans, do.
But that is subsidized by the English government.
By the government, of course.
Right. But are you comfortable with the government being in charge of the news?
Of course not. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So
I mean, it's really a two-sided fucking sword there. You would like them to be, you know, but do you really want who's ever running the government to also let you know what the news that day is?
Yeah, but isn't public radio run kind of subsidized by American government dollars? And I think a lot of times, you know, I've heard a lot of criticism, say, of the Bush administration on NPR. So it doesn't go hand in hand that they're going to...
One of the reasons that people have a problem with NPR is they would think that they would be harder on the Bushes than the Clintons. That is a liberal thing. But at the same time, you're bringing up, you know, NPR. At most places in the country, have you ever heard of an NPR station being, you know, anywhere near the top of the thing? No. I mean, when you're saying let the people have the choice, when people take their choices, they pick... watching a sensational news show. The people will pick the Post over the New York Times or the Washington Post every single fucking time.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to change their minds somehow.
Why? Why, when you live... people are free to fucking choose what they want to choose. People are free to go to Spider-Man 3 and not show up for the Wes Anderson films. And then, you know, I get in this... conversation with folks all the time. They're going, well, they don't know the Wes Anderson films. If they had the opportunity to see Bottle Rocket, they don't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm. Right, but they don't have that option. You're talking about they had an option of Spider-Man and Wes Anderson, and we don't have a BBC we don't even have that option. I just want that option.
People aren't watching the news. You know who watches the network news right now? People that are probably age 60 and over.
Well, that's true.
At every single thing. Young people do not watch the news. Young people don't sit there and worry about what's going on in the world. Most of them have taken the opportunity to say, I don't give a shit about it at all. And most of the time when we get any kind of hate mail here, it's any topic that we have that doesn't have a definite answer, where you just can't sit around and go, fuck them, they're assholes. That's the kind of opinions people like to have. They don't like to have the kind of opinions that you have to struggle with them a little bit. So most of the hate mail we'll get is anything about religion and anything about politics. It confuses their little brains and they're fucking driving their SUVs off the road and they just want to hear dick jokes.
Okay, I understand that's a big section of the nation.
That's the majority.
The majority?
Yes.
See, I would say it's maybe 60%, I guess, is the majority.
Yes.
But 40% still a heck of a number. You know, give us something to do. I mean, if I'm going to have a Seinfeld rerun and, you know, Live at 5 or something like that, I'm probably going to choose the Seinfeld rerun because the other thing, it's just popcorn.
There's not a good, as far as I know, not a good local news outlet anywhere in America. And the weirdest thing about it is, if you happen to be in Iowa or Alabama, and then you're like, well, man, the local news blows here. But then go to Chicago, Boston, New York, L.A., It blows, and in the same kind of way. It is stupid, ridiculous, unwashable fucking crap where they make you wait for the weather. All you're trying to do is see the weather.
And
That's all you want to do.
It really is. Dead child, fire, dead, grandma, killed.
Or they will go super serious on a story they're trying to scare you with, or super silly with, oh, here's cats that wear Superman costumes.
Well, that's how they have to wrap it up. I love, in a 30-minute news broadcast, 20 minutes of death mixed with, 2 minutes of cats in pajamas. Aren't they fun?
I love their attitude where they go, awful. Well, let's talk about the weekend commute. And then they can turn around and feel like terrible and like they're hurt, to, hey, everything's silly and fun.
And the weird thing is we're now mocking out local news, but I tell you, you watch national news, you watch any of the three, the big ones, and they do the same shit. How many times do you watch NBC Nightly News or the CBS thing, and they have to always end with the sunny, this homeless guy started on his high school basketball team.
Mike, you're in the Ron and Fez show. Go ahead, Michael. Mike, we lost you, pal. Here is Mason. Mason, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, if you guys are looking for somebody to blame on the downfall of local news, I'd blame baby Jessica, because when she fell in the well was the first time news ever went to 24 hours wall-to-wall talking head coverage, and it's been downfall ever since then.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that is exactly right. I mean, first of all, there is like a thing to journalism. So this goes back pre-televised journalism. And it's really more about us than it is about the journalist itself. But the big story that everyone cares about is a murder at a good address. That if some kind of tragedy takes place in a bad neighborhood, it gets a mention. When something like this takes place, the best, the brightest, the kids with all the future, it's got blood, it's got money, it's got disappointment. It really will be almost impossible for the news to stay away from milking every fucking piece of sentiment that they can.
Like the Menendez brothers.
Yeah, the Menendez brothers goes on and on.
Why is that really a news story?
Why them and rather than anyone else? Here's Rob. Rob, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies, what's up? I got a question for you, Ronnie. One of these guys I work with is a real Rush Limbaugh, Hannity kind of guy. Mm-hmm. And we're always talking about the differences between news. And he calls CNN the Clinton News Network.
Right.
Now, I think, yes, it probably is bent a little to the left. But my question is, shouldn't good journalism sort of be bent a little more to the left than to the right?
Well,
just to provide a fair coverage of it.
First of all, you're asking why he says that. He says that because he was taught to say that. And most of the people that I will cut off on the air are the ones that use the fucking dumb phrases that you've heard a million times. And I'll tell you one of the reasons why, whether you're a conservative or a liberal, all right, this is why news is pushed on the left-hand side. You send a guy out, and there's kids starving. So he does the thing on kids starving. He comes back today, the kid's starving. He comes back the third day, kids are starving. By the fourth day, he says to himself on the air, these kids are starving, and no one's doing anything about it. Where's the government? Where are the big corporations? The second he says that, the second he asks that question, he is considered liberal. And remember, it happened to that guy from Fox News when he went down to do the thing. Everybody at Fox got upset with him.
Was that Shepard Smith?
Yeah, Shepard Smith, after being down in New Orleans for like 3 or 4 days, he says to himself, where the hell is the government to help? The second you say that, you're considered a fucking communist pinko. That you say that this does not seem to be fair. That's when you're considered liberal.
I remember when he asked that question, I think it was Bill O'Reilly who was the anchor. He said, don't lose your perspective. He goes, that is my perspective.
You're fucking up, big guy.
Yeah. He gave him like a warning. He's like, hey, remember your perspective. He goes, this is my perspective. And he just shot him this look.
Scam, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies.
What do you say, Scam?
Ronnie, I don't know if this is a good point or not, but I kind of thought of it. If it's a bad thing for the government to run the news, right now, big business is the one that funds the commercials that, pay for the news. Wouldn't you agree that it's kind of the same thing?
Well, I know exactly what you're saying about, and there is a bottom line to, and that's what we talked about, to the news. I mean, if you even watch CNN, Fox, MSNBC, they honestly act like most of the stories take place in the United States of America. When you consider how big our country is, and yet we get zero news or 0 to 3 to 4% of real international news. I'm not talking about what's going on in London or Paris or Tokyo, some fashion thing, but what's really happening with people around the world. We don't get it. The reason why we don't get it is because we don't want it. We're not asking for it. The second you demand something, a corporation has to give it to you because that's what they do. They make money.
I guess so. I guess that's the way it's got to be until we get our government news channel.
But, you talk about CBS and that's freedom of speech issue, and no matter what anybody says, they cracked the fucking second the money got threatened. So how fucking, is that a liberal philosophy? Is that a communist thing of, money first? These fucking large corporations go, this is as much money as our fucking dignity will take us to. Anything more than that, we got to chase the money.
Well, then it's only a matter of time before corporations officially destroy this country. It's only a matter of time, maybe 2020. I mean,
the corporations are the country right now.
Yeah, but it's only a matter of time before they're going to just finally let us...
The government itself is set up to help corporations more than they are regular people. When you look down and see what's happening in Washington, D.C. And, Fezzi, what do you think a congressman or a senator's appointment thing looks like every day? He's being seen by who?
Oh, he's being seen by lobbyists.
Lobbyists.
Every day.
Now, how many regular people have a lobbyist?
Not many.
No one. No one I know of says I've talked to my lobbyist. All the lobbyists work for corporations. So everything that, when we vote for these guys, their jobs are to see what the corporations need, want, and how to make sure that works out okay.
Well, we need a new form of government then.
What do you want to turn to?
I want more parties to begin with, more political parties. I want non-commercialized television and newspapers and magazines that are not allowed to have advertisements in them. And I want other things as well. But we have to start figuring out some things. I mean, everyone bitches that they hate politicians, but no one does anything about it. They'll all vote either Democrat or Republican. Stop being an asshole. And we should start coming up with answers today.
Well, we do have endless amounts of political parties in this country.
But people don't vote for them. I don't understand why they feel like they have to pull the donkey lever, the elephant, whatever. Do something else.
I understand what you're saying there, but if you're going back to this government-controlled news, right?
Yes.
How can we trust them? How could we trust, let's suppose now, would you trust the government's view? I mean, watch what happens when Bush or Cheney talk about the war in Iraq, right?
Yes.
Do you believe their views are the clear thing?
No.
Would you want those people being in charge of the news that you get?
No, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But what if we had a very stringent... Maybe they just give it government money, but it's a very
who's in charge
independent...
Of this?
It's an independent...
Who's in charge of the independent thing?
We would get people from the Wall Street Journal, the Daily... the New York Times, have different sort of newspaper heads come together... Make it sort of...
You're making shit up.
I'm not.
I'm trying to think of it now.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
I want real heads of newspapers to run it.
Bobby, you're in the Ron and Fez show.
Afternoon, buddies. Just a quick point. With colleges set up like an alert system, like how they have the Amber Alert for kids being abducted. Why not just do a quick alert for the kids rather than waiting on emails to be sent out or having the kids have to look up their own work to find out what the hell's going on,
Yeah, I don't know whether, you're, some kind of whistle. Let's face it, do you ever pay attention to any of that kind of stuff?
No.
The thing is this. You see something like this happens, and you want to go, what can we do differently next time to get to the guy? But the fact is, if you walked out this door right now, and you want to start shooting people on the street, and you're willing to give up your life to do that, you're going to be able to pull that one off. Unless we're able to see into the future and find out who the maniacs are, you're going to be able to pull that off. And I know now you want some kind of safe feeling of, you hit a button and everything will be okay and everybody will go back into a bubble, but you are not safe if you're alive. That's part of it. You are not 100% safe. That's part of being alive. You can die.
I know, and it's such a frightening feeling that it can come out of anywhere at any time to any one of us.
That is reality, though.
Right.
It's like anything, any thought or feeling out of that is fantasy. That when you wave goodbye to your friends, they could get fucking killed on the way home.
The only recurrent dreams that I have these days are when I'm walking on the street or in my apartment and I get shot in the head. And that's like a recurrent dream that I keep having. So I am very nervous about this.
So in your dreams, you're dying all the time.
I get, but specifically with the gunshot to the head. By someone who I don't know.
Don't know or do a show with?
No, I would remember that, Mr. B. I would remember that, yeah. No, it's usually a stranger or a home invader, which is why I'm not, I hate to say it, but anti-guns, because I'd like to get a gun if I have had 4 or 5 dreams where someone invades my home.
Right.
I want to be prepared. I can't have that fucking plastic BB gun that I use.
Why don't you just use that sting 'em? When the last thing we'll say is look for a guy with a little BB underneath of his skin. Talking about the way the news is handling this right now. And again, don't be shocked. This is what we do in this country. Virginia Tech will now have the complete media circus living there for the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. We will now have the opportunity to see young girls crying and talking about that could have been me, and I miss Jessica, and I will miss, Kimberly, and all these names that we don't know right now. And it is sad, and all this stuff is as real as can be, but we're going to turn that into something different. We're going to milk it and make it into entertainment for each other.
It has so started already. Some of the stuff I saw yesterday, a woman reporter interviewing a young lady who had a friend on campus that she couldn't find. And she goes, we're going to speak to this young lady. She's looking for a friend of hers that goes to Virginia Tech. The girl goes, well, I was already able to find her. And you could just hear almost disappointment in the reporter's voice that it wasn't as dramatic of a story.
So this is goodbye. This is goodbye.
Here's Tony. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, I had a question. I've been listening to Dave here talk negative about corporations, but I'd like to know who cuts his paycheck every week. Is it XM Satellite Radio Incorporated? Who puts food on his table?
But at the same point there, that they should be able to run roughshod over him or other people out there. At what point do you say to yourself, this isn't a fucking caste system. We're not serfs to these people.
And that's exactly true, but you can't be completely against corporations because they do run the economy of this country, Dave.
I know, but I'm against evil.
Yeah, at no time is anybody saying this is anti-corporations. Even in places that, are just fucking government run, they have industry and things have to move around. But at the same point, it doesn't mean that they're the only part of this country. And you got to lay down.
If I had to give up my job today from XM or CBS to make America better, I would.
You would be. You would be making America's airwaves better.
Oh.
Here's Stefano, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, guys, you hear me?
What can we do for you?
Oh, yeah, I want to make a point. I think a landmark change that happened with regard to news making was the Desert Storm War, where CNN was kind of a failing network, and they really realized that they were able to sell this war, sensationalize this war, and really make a lot of money off the Gulf Storm War, in terms of showing the bomb. I think a lot of networks copied them and were able to do the same thing, and that's what's been happening in the past few years. They're taking these events like the Iraq War and this Virginia Tech shooting and really sensationalizing it and making a lot of money off of it. It's really disturbing.
Look, let me tell you, they know, and again, it's our fault. The Olympics, big sporting event, right? Mm-hmm. Most of the Olympics is, when you're trying to watch, it's these packages about, oh, his dad died of cancer and blah, 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 and he failed out of school and got on drugs, but then got off drugs and worked his way back, and now he's married, and this is his baby. And you watch everything except for the sport. And the reason why they do it is because it works on us. That's exactly what we'd rather do. We'd rather be watching this little human interest story than we would finding out about the world. And if they weren't, if you go back, look at the last three stories. We got this story now. You got the Imus story last week. Before that was the Anna Nicole drug overdose story. But they all kind of get run as if there's only one thing people are talking about. And we were caught up in the Imus story because it's basically what we do for a living. But none of us were caught up in the Anna Nicole, nor did I have one friend who gave a shit. It doesn't matter what the fucking story is. It's the way they tell it, and then the way we sit there and eat it up with a spoon.
But that's why it's wrong. It seems like all networks are agreeing to do the same thing. Well, if that is what's going on, that's socialism, my friend.
No, let's go back to this. If a talk show looks the same, right? No matter who's the talk show, you got a desk, chairs, blah, 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 right?
Yeah.
And if you look at Letterman, Conan, Jay Leno, everybody looks the same.
Yes.
And it's dressed the same.
Sure.
The reason why is because the networks decided, hey, this is the way we're going to present it. They do it that way because that's what people expect to see. Anything else fucking throws them off. People do not like change. They like the same thing over and over and over. Fez sat around and told us that you eat the same thing Sunday night, you eat the same thing Monday night, Tuesday. He has all the choices in the world. He lives in a city that has tens of thousands of restaurants in it. Mm-hmm. And yet he does this thing for comfort, and I'm willing to bet that his viewing habits and reading habits are the same way.
Totally, yeah. Yeah, I will definitely read the same things. The same magazines, the same,
But that's
watch the
because,
same shows.
But Fez is a weird exception. I mean,
is he? Or is everybody a little bit of a comfort junkie?
People have certain comforts with certain things, but I think if people gave them an option with their information, I think the internet has proven that people want to have as much info available to them as possible, and they don't want to have just one story driven into their heads.
Means a girl's nipple coming out of her shirt, then yeah, I'm going to believe that it is. But look at what is the most popular news thing on the internet? What is the most popular?
Drudge.
And what is Drudge, basically, but the New York Post? It is an old-style, sensational thing that's not unlike tabloid newspapers and tabloid TV after that. It's all the same.
But there's a big spectrum, at least, on Drudge. I mean, there are real stories, and then there's tabloid stories.
Here's Tony. Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hi, buddies.
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask Dave how the corporations are going to ruin the country in 2020 when Jesus is coming in 2012.
There's an 8-year lapse there.
Scott, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah. Go ahead. What can we do for you?
I was just calling to talk about the state of the media. I agree with Dave that there needs to be a change, but I actually think that the change is happening and it's for the good. Most recently, the Duke lacrosse case, you couldn't find much of anything that was nothing short of sensational on television. But if you went to some of the weblogs, there were fantastic coverage and analysis of the goings-on. And I think people learn more from the folks who weren't self-appointed media experts who actually had some knowledge of law and we're close to the case.
But at the same time, while you're blaming, raving about the websites, a good part of them were of we ought to hang these ends up, or there's just more rich white boys doing their stuff. There's as much negative stuff on the internet and far irresponsible stuff as anything else. And the consumer can't tell the difference, most of them.
Well, I disagree. If you look at the advertising revenue, most of the big media corporations are sucking wind huge time because their advertisers are jumping ship.
You tell me one website that's doing as well as a newspaper.
As far as drawing revenue?
Yeah.
Most of the websites, at least the weblogs individually run, don't operate with the idea.
Right. So I'm not going to sit around. Yeah, I'm not going to sit around and discuss some website that's viewed by 2,000 or 3,000 people a day, or even 10,000 people a day, and compare that to the major news things. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I read plenty of websites. There's some of them I like, and other ones that are absolutely ridiculous.
Well, we're at the point now where 24-hour news channels will quote a website as a source. Like Perez Hilton or something like that.
You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron, it's an honor to talk to you again. Hey, I just want to know your opinion. Do you think that the shooting yesterday, me being the self-absorbed fuck that I am, caring only about myself, is this going to kill off the backlash that the IMUS fans were starting to get going, or is this going to help obscure him so that maybe the healing can start on him, and maybe get him back to the airwaves?
First of all, the IMUS story is off the news and will stay off the news. And you know what? Those protesters, they might as well just end up in a little black turtleneck, going back to their rooms and forgetting about that one little time where it felt like they could do some good.
Right.
Felt like they could change the world.
And I would suggest they not bite their nails.
No.
I know they're thinking about it, but don't bite them.
They're biting your nails. And you know what? Yeah, you've got the weight of the world on your shoulder. I say brush your hair.
They tried hard.
Yes.
They showed up one day. The next day it was raining. Not really.
I think they did great. I'm honestly proud of them because
they did great on Friday.
Unlike Girl, they're doing something.
That's true.
Yeah. But that's the nature of the world. Yeah.
That's actually almost a perfect metaphor for what we're talking about. I mean, They tried, people weren't interested, and their hopes and dreams were destroyed.
You gave it an effort.
Right. So, I mean, like, it's the same thing.
Monday they did great.
Yeah, I don't.
I say have a party over at Mike Kaka's.
There will be.
Yeah, I know. I was already told I wasn't invited.
What?
A couple people didn't want me there.
What the fuck? Forget it. I ain't going.
Good. I do. I want to go to that, but then Hard Rock Johnny invited me to a party with The Edge. So do I hang out with The Edge?
Probably.
Or,
damn.
Which do I do?
I would go with The Edge.
All I'm going to say to The Edge, I'll be like this. This is my friend. I'll introduce Earl to The Edge, and I'll go like this. This is Earl Douglas, and this is The Edge!
I don't think Mike Kaka can even play a basic chord, so
Mike Kaka is a genius.
Not with guitars, Mr.
I've seen some of the pictures he takes.
He takes pictures of The Edge.
Yeah.
He ain't The Edge.
I gotcha. Hey, English Muffin, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, Fezzy, you guys are brilliant. Love you, man.
Thank you.
I wanted to make a comment. This crazy fucking guy who killed everybody in VT, he found it really easy to get a gun. We all would do. But if there were just less guns in circulation, he might not have been able to do what he did quite so easily. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, at the same time, would you feel better if he went out and ran over everybody with a truck? This was a fucking maniac. I know that the first thing you want to do is think about your own personal safety and start taking, rights away for people. But at the same thing, just the post 9/11, the first thing to do was, hey, people have got to stop expressing their opinions. This is a whole different world. Safety comes first. I personally disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean, Jack the Ripper he didn't have any guns, or there was no security cameras or anything.
Yeah.
It didn't stop Jack the Ripper. So as long as there's people, there's probably going to be serial killers.
That's true.
You know, I mean, that's just my 2 cents.
It's always good for business, right, Earl?
Yeah, unfortunately, yes. But
where are you going? Which party are you going to Saturday night?
I want to party with the Edge.
The thing is, you weren't even invited to Mike Kaka's party.
No, I wasn't. No, but if I had a choice, I would party with the Edge.
Maybe I'll do both.
Ooh,
I'm going to try to get the Edge to come over, and I'd like Mike Kaka to take our pictures. But I don't want to hang around all the failed free speechers. I can't be, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
It's that doom and gloom.
Yeah, go to the Edge party first. Because you don't want to go to the Mike Kaka party and like, all right, when am I going to get out of here?
Yeah.
All I can think about is going to the other party.
Yeah.
I just want a chair at the Mike Kaka party. Because that's the day.
luck.
That's the day after the engagement party, so I'm going to be feeling under the weather.
You're going to get fucked up, huh?
Yeah.
The bachelor party coming up this Friday.
You know what? I'm going to get high with you Friday night. I just
I don't think you should.
I'm going to do
that.
shots with you.
I
Come on, you're always bragging about how much you can drink. Let's see if you can hang with Ronnie B. Deep end of the pool.
I'm sure I could not.
But here's something I want you to understand, because I know that you're upset about me falling off. I have nothing to live for.
Right.
So there won't be a problem if this whole thing goes south.
Well, you have 2 radio shows that you're sparkling at every day.
I got news for you. I'm sick of both of them. What more can I possibly say?
Okay.
I got nothing else to say.
What about New York City? You love that.
My thing right now is the People Against Censorship, PAC. I am still very involved with PAC.
The Pac-Man?
Yes, I'm a PAC-man. Yeah.
Yeah, we still have their sign.
They don't need them anymore.
Do we know if Alky's coming to our party?
As long as there's no fever, he's going to be there. Why? What are they saying on the Mike Kaka front? They are not saying he's choosing her party over ours.
They are saying that.
They shouldn't be.
Why would they line a party up against yours? You know what? I might not even be able to make it to your party.
It's the next day.
Yeah, but still, I need to. I need to really prepare. I like to make sure I look nice.
You're the one who put the bachelor party together.
That's the old Ron, the pre-drinking Ron.
That was 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But you know you can only blow it out once in a weekend.
Come on, guys. We have vacation starting. That's the only reason why I thought, all right, I could definitely do both. I'll blow it out both days.
What are you talking about? Well, you're not invited to the Edge party. And
am I invited to vacation, Ellie?
Earl, you're not. I want you here cleaning things up. While we're gone, I want you in here just giving everything a good scrub down. Earl, you're not invited to the Mike Kaka party.
No, I was not invited.
And Fez, you are invited to both, but you'll be gone.
I will be in Florida.
Yeah.
I think I'm going right to the airport from the VIP club. It's very celebrity.
Oh, are you really?
I think it's going to be about that close.
Wow. That's pretty awesome, actually. That's very rock star.
So,
yeah, that is.
Just
That's
keep
what
drinking.
I thought.
What
Keep
time's your
drinking.
plane leave?
6 a.m. So I got to get out to Kennedy Airport, 2 hours ahead of time
What
at
are you
least
flying?
to check in.
I'm going to check the thing. What airline are you flying?
JetBlue. Out of JFK Airport.
All right, I got it leaving 6 a.m.
Uh-huh.
That plane is called the Freebird.
What?
And that's what I worry about.
I know it's headed to Florida, but
Oh,
still.
Jesus H.
Boy.
Let me just say something about Jacksonville, Florida. West side, best side. And I'll leave it at that. Hey, if in that case, if God forbid something happens to you, the Mike Kaka party, I'll be hugged and by everybody. I will be the head of that because everybody will be like this. What have you heard? And are you putting together any kind of... And I will.
Anything that happens to me still won't knock Virginia Tech off the news channel.
No, but I'll milk it.
Okay, good.
On a satellite version, Fez, on a very small satellite radio version, you'll do very well for yourself.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
I think you could carry about 3 months with the Fez dying.
He
situation.
was my east, my north, my south, and west.
That's really nice.
I don't know what that means.
Sort
I
of
saw,
a compass reference?
No, I saw it in three something in a funeral. 3 weddings and a funeral.
Four weddings.
4. Yeah.
I'm fucking left early. I missed the last wedding. 4 weddings and a funeral?
4 weddings and a funeral.
Don't stop. Fez is having a wonderful laugh. Go ahead and enjoy your laugh, Fezzy. Don't let him fucking step on you. Don't let him try to take your attention off the joy you felt.
I left early and missed a wedding?
Yeah.
That's line of the day.
But, no, that's one of them. One of them. And really, don't slow down on me. And you know why? I'd even like to speak, if I can, freely. Can I speak freely here on this show today?
Please,
Thank
speech.
you. Yeah.
It still works for some of you.
Thank you. Well, I am in PAC, People Against Censorship. I was thinking that maybe some of the whackbaggers could take that time while we're on vacation, go back over some old tapes, find some lines of the day. I don't want to fall off where we are right now. I want to keep this thing going.
You don't want them to get rusty while we're vacationing.
No, there's 5,000 people in PAC right now. 5,000 people signed a petition.
So they claim.
I like...
5,000?
Why are you so negative?
Bullshit.
I'd like to see all those people working on line of the day.
I'm negative because as soon as there was a little bit of a spritz, they all come running up here and sat outside the O&A show. They should have been still out there protesting, yelling at Matt Lauer or whoever.
If you read some of the names, it's Mike Kaka, Bigfoot Kaka.
Those are all him. It's the same person. Oh, HTG.
I don't know why you're so negative.
No, I thought it was
because your party is not that big a deal.
It's a huge deal. I can't be any more excited.
Mm-hmm.
I am so damn excited about Friday. You have no idea. I'm jumping out of my skin.
Are you really?
I really am.
Now, speaking of whackbag, I saw there was a thread on there. This isn't real because you guys haven't picked a date.
Right.
Is this a real engagement?
This is a very real engagement. I suggest anyone who doubts it be there.
Yeah.
If they didn't already sign up on Friday.
You're right.
Because this is very, very real, my friend. I can't say that enough.
I know.
I don't know what else
you can
to
never
say.
say it enough for whackbag.
I don't know what it is about whackbag and why they're so negative. Now, do you know how you're always anti-RonFez.net? You know who came to me and said they are completely anti-RonFez.net is Lily.
Really?
Yeah. She says they pick the show apart. I don't read as much. All I get is the bad stuff that Dave gets me.
Yeah.
But you're a big fan. You're a big hit over there right now, Fez, on the Ron and Fez show.net.
Yeah.
They're sending you shout-outs and, hey, welcome aboard, buddies.
God bless them.
Yeah. Post tours, they're in their own thing. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, dull.
I don't think they're dull. I think they're doing their own scene.
Bass is great, though. He's the founder of Post Tours.
The Bass Attack.
Is he coming to your party?
Oh, I would love it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping he is. He's a great guy.
I had an idea, too, for Friday night. I want to add some extra things. Because I believe we're going to have $1,000 worth of fake money to hand out.
Oh, cool.
Well, yeah, I don't know how we're going to do that. Fez, you put together some ideas?
Yeah, I was putting together some stuff.
Any of them work?
I don't know if everything, got approved.
Mine is Jello Wrestling, Casey, your fiance, against Happy Typing Girl.
I can ask
who would lose? Who do you think would win? Who do you think would lose?
Are you kidding me? My fiance is just strong as an iceberg. She would take down HTG in about 7 seconds.
Tell me how strong an iceberg is.
It sucked the fucking Titanic, didn't it?
So HTG is the Titanic?
That's kind of what I'm saying. I mean, look. She's a wonderful person, but Casey would easily defeat her. I mean, I'm talking just the way Hulk Hogan defeated Andre in WrestleMania 3. Boom.
Didn't happen. Boom. Yeah.
A lot of people felt Andre got that pin.
Heather, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, yeah, I was just calling. One thing that really kind of throws me off about this VT shooting is the universities. One of their first responses was to send an email.
Mm-hmm.
And my kid's high school has a better security first response.
Yeah, when I heard that, all I thought of was Earl. Because whenever I asked him if he got in touch with anybody, he just sent an email, and that's it. There goes Stan, who, by the way, I saw walking on Central Park South yesterday. He's living in this neighborhood.
Yeah?
He's doing very, very well for himself.
I guess so.
Very, very well.
How? How can he afford this neighborhood? It's not fair.
An apartment on the park?
His apartment is $6,800 for a one-bedroom.
What?
Yeah.
What's he pulling down? This is incredible.
He's doing very well. He's the producer there.
I'm barreling out water in my basement apartment in Queens yesterday.
Were you really?
Yeah, great. Thanks, Frank. Oh, and I come home yesterday, and all the mail. My mail had been opened up by Frank, my fucking landlord.
What was he looking for, checks?
Yeah, I don't know what he's looking for. Not just one envelope, 2 or 3, and I posted. Oh, sorry, thought this was my mail, Dave. Frank.
Jerk off.
Fuckface.
Here's the thing.
I wanted to say.
What is it now, Heather?
Well, my kid's high school, if a fist fight breaks out, they're locking the doors. You can't get in. People can't
Heather,
get out. It's absurd.
Give me money and I'll go in there and perform a mock rape within 14 minutes.
Heather,
you can't keep everybody out of everything.
Yeah, and the high school you're talking about probably doesn't have 26,000 students.
But what I'm saying is that if you've got a high school that has a better response to a shooting or to a violence.
I can't lie about. I can't say that she's wrong there, and that will be changed in the future. Then you're living in this neighborhood now. You left the Upper East Side.
Yeah, I'm closer to here now.
How long is your walk?
Short.
Is it less than 5 minutes?
Probably.
All right, so this would be a great place for me to go over, have a beer, smoke a joint in between my shows.
Absolutely.
Should I get my own key, or are you going to be there between 3 and 6?
If you just shoot me an email, I'll get it.
All right. By the way, your girlfriend's very lovely.
Thank you.
But I came up with an idea, and I pitched it to Lily. She's into it.
Mm-hmm.
The three of you together. Try something like that.
Sure.
All right. Menage. Have you ever tried that before?
No.
No.
I've heard good things, though.
Yeah, it's good stuff as long as it's 2 girls, not 2 guys.
Yeah.
2 guys, then it's like German Shepherds will start biting each other. It's always a problem. Well, Fez, you like it now, 2 guys, no girl. That's his latest. He has taken the menage and worked on it until he's got it down to this.
You got to build up.
Yeah. Where are you going for your vacation? North Pole again?
Florida.
What part?
Key Largo.
Everybody goes to Florida anymore.
Yeah.
Even if it's just for a getaway 3-day weekend. Everyone runs off to Florida.
And yet no one will fly with me.
You know what I say? It's hot and sticky like my balls. Where'd you run off to like that?
No, I just had to do something.
What was it?
I had to take a pill. I have to take them pretty stringently. I'm on a 3rd medication the doctor put me on.
Is something wrong with you? The dick still problems?
Yeah, I mean, but all these medications, I think yesterday I started to feel kind of good for the first time. I still have real orange piss, and then in the morning and at night, it hurts like the dickens. It feels like someone is putting spikes on it.
You know what really kills me? There has been no backlash against you for drinking your own piss. That no one goes, I can't stand Dave, or Dave grosses me out. Everyone has just accepted that and moved on.
Well, that's the way it should be. If people are thirsty and the piss looks really enjoyable,
well, wait, hold on.
Take a sip for crying out loud.
You weren't in a lifeboat for fucking 3 days. You were sitting here.
I felt very parched, Mr. B. I realized I hadn't had anything to drink all day.
Well, then check with me. I'll buy you a Mountain Dew.
It was damn near 12:20.
Yeah.
We had higher expectations of decorum from the chimp that was in today than you guys have of Dave.
Well, I do. Was the chimp wearing any clothes?
He had little pants on.
I love a fucking monkey
I got
in a
little
suit.
pants. I got little pants on too.
A monkey in a suit is the funniest thing of all time to me. You know what I always say when I see that? Where's that monkey think he's going to work? Hey, Tony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Hey, buddies. How you doing?
Right.
Hey, I just wanted to talk to you. I thought it was pretty funny. Did you guys catch the Oprah show after they stopped airing all the live stuff on NBC yesterday?
No.
They were talking about all this Iman stuff, and she had a full forum of all black people on there. The whole thing was black, and then they went to her stupid friend Gail, who was at, now I can't remember the name of the college, and it's killing me. It's where all the Cosby kids went. I thought that was pretty ironic. You know, it couldn't get any blacker, even if there was a blackout.
Was it Morehouse?
Morehouse or Hillard?
Might have been Morehouse. I thought Cosby's kids were Cosby at the Temple.
No, Hillman.
That was an imaginary college, so they went to. So just because it's black kids, don't make it to Cosby College. Yeah, Cosby went to Temple, but he meant the one that the show was about.
Hillman. I know there was a Hillman, and I think the rivals.
It was a mayonnaise college.
Hillman was based on, I think, Spelman.
Spelman is the school. Thank you. Earl, You win, finally get the fucking answer
bullshit.
of the day. No, it was from Spellman.
He took it from me, though.
Yeah, you were wrong by yelling Hillman over and over. Well, I found out why HTG didn't get on Dateline. That thing was wall-to-wall angry black women. There was no time for a dissenting voice. And then the lady who hosted that angry black woman gimmick, she is down there at Virginia Tech, who went through, like, her memories of Virginia Tech and the maroon and orange and how we would know these phrases. And I'm like, you better wipe the smile off your face, honey, while you're thinking back to 1978 when you were in that fucking school, because this is a whole different deal now.
Oh, wow. I don't get him anymore.
I don't get anything anymore. I really don't. I'm so fucking disconnected.
Yeah, it's weird. You know, I heard that from a few people about saying that the thing, while terrible, obviously, people feel a little removed.
I think it's because we've been through it before, that they've walked this aisle with us so many times that I don't know if all of us want to take it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, today it's what, Tuesday?
Yeah.
So what's your dinner tonight, Fez?
Oh, tonight is the grilled chicken salad.
And then, of course, Friday potpourri. Anything can go. Anything can happen on a Friday night.
That's true.
You don't have Friday night pizza night? I'm surprised.
He does Monday night pizza night because of wrestling.
Yeah.
What? But you can't eat meat on Fridays.
Here's what I don't understand. You live alone.
Right.
You can do whatever you want anytime you want. Why would you force yourself into, I can't have baked chicken, it's Thursday. I'm forced to eat Chinese. Why do that to yourself?
It's a comfortable thing of it's one less thing to think about, and it really runs with my hunger cycle. If I'm hungry for something, it's usually, Thursday, Chinese food. I'm not going to be hungry for Chinese food again until next Thursday. So it kind of runs with my appetite at this point, the schedule I've got set up.
What if I invited you out to dinner? Would your head explode and I throw everything off? Or would you just have, I'll go out to dinner with you as long as it's Chinese food?
One thing I would warn you about, Fez, is that Earl says he wears black every single day because it's one less thing to think about. Same exact words. And Earl is...
And you're saying I don't want to be like Earl.
Earl is mad.
Do me a favor. You need more interest. Join PAC. Join People Against Censorship.
Isn't it too late to join PAC?
No, you can still be a PAC man.
Yeah.
Whenever you want. But I wouldn't be if I were you.
There's nothing left to protest.
Yeah.
What do you mean there's nothing left? There's always going to be some fight for us out there. You got to stop giving up. And one of the things we do in PAC is we spin a wheel and then we eat whatever it lands on. We never know what we're going to eat.
I can't be part of a radical group like that.
You know what I had for dinner last night?
No.
Gum. So you got to be so careful when you spin that wheel.
Spin it again.
You think the fight against Sharpton is over, my friend? Sharpton will be back. And I want you there waiting for him in a black turtleneck and long hair.
With a PAC sign.
Long, perfect hair.
Make sure you're clapping.
Yeah, clap along and then hide your face. Hey, Fed. What bothers you in the world? Because you seem like Fez. You seem like a guy who can fall into a rut.
Really?
Yeah.
What bothers me?
Do you feel like you have the excitement in your life?
Sure. I work in a very...
No, I know you do.
Don't let my lack of emotion...
But you work in a crazy field, yet you seem to be like, well, it won't be me that'll be crazy. I'll be here as the center for these guys. You know what I mean? Like, I will help ground them, but I never see you put on a fucking funny headdress and go running down the hall with your ass out.
No. I guess I save that stuff for my girlfriend. She gets to see the crazy shows.
I bet she doesn't. I bet she doesn't. I bet it's missionary or nothing, honey. Missionary or nothing.
I meant all the silly stuff.
You got two choices. Old-fashioned grandma sex or nothing at all.
Those are the rules of
You
my
can't
house.
even have sex now since your dick got hurt.
Fuck that, Mr.
Yeah.
I don't call it sex, Mr. B.
What do you call it?
A romance. I like to keep it magical. I like to keep it classy. And
so you're still trying to work that thing before it gets better.
Yeah, sometimes
you
it
might
works.
damage it. Why don't you just let her put on a strap on and take you from behind?
I don't think.
Why not?
That would be appealing for either of us. she probably wouldn't be interested in fucking my ass. And
You don't know until she tries it.
All right, there's another idea out for the bachelor party.
Give her one of your fake dicks, the one with the hand crank.
Oh, God.
That's a classic.
It's an antique. It's like an old grinder. You're just grinding it around. Earl, where are you going? Stay.
Before the vibrator?
Yeah.
It was the cranker?
Yeah. All these gears and grinds.
God, olden times really sucked.
I know. Everything was so damn mechanical.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, like, what even happens to all those great mechanical minds? You know, people that really could understand machines. They're gone now. I mean, does any of you guys have, like, a neighborhood mechanic? A guy that could sit there and work on stuff? It just seems like...
I don't have one.
That's gone.
No. I don't have that.
When I grew up, everybody would... every neighborhood would have those guys that they were always restoring a car. You never see people restoring a car in their driveway anymore.
We had a guy, Walt, who was our plumber, but then could double as mechanic, could double as air conditioner.
Yeah.
He was a fucking
He
genius.
just had a mechanical mind. He understood machines. But now every one of those machines has a computer chip in it, and normally everything just gets replaced.
Yeah, and now that I think about it, it was totally insane for my dad to call Walt, our plumber, over to fix our VW van. Or we had like an old hippie mobile.
Right.
And he would give Walt and give him fucking $40 or $20 or whatever it was.
I understand. You make cash transactions
strange.
for the work that he put in.
Well, Jiffy Lube would have been ridiculous. Everyone in the neighborhood changed their own oil. That's
Really?
how all the driveways were stained.
I don't even know anybody who changes their own tires now.
No one does.
Because fucking jacks don't even look like jacks anymore. You get a look at a jack, you go, what the hell is this thing?
I don't know how, I'm afraid to say.
I spent 10 minutes trying to pop my hood the other day.
It's almost impossible.
It was so bad.
It's almost impossible to know how things work. You don't have any connection to your own car.
And it's always in front of somebody who's there to fix it, so it's clearly already a real man.
Right.
So you're just a complete ass.
Yeah, you now are a woman with a beard growth. That's
Nails.
all you are.
Yeah.
When you're in New Jersey, you know, there's no such things as self-service gas stations.
Yeah, that's the bizarre thing about Jersey.
Actually, I thought that was normal, and it took me like a couple of years of coming up to New York.
It's the only state I know.
How long did you sit at
Well,
the
you're
pump?
not allowed to pump your own gas.
Yeah, I was at the pump. I was spilling it all over the ground. The guy's like, wait a second. He comes running
smoking.
out.
Hey!
Is this how you do it? And the guy literally came running out from underneath the car. Was like, you're going to shoot this fucking shit to the sky if you don't relax. So he actually had...
What an act you must have been... People's grandmothers can fucking pump their own gas.
And not in Jersey. We have gas stations attendants.
Every single place.
Every place.
Yeah, bizarre.
That is weird.
It's against the law to have a gas station that's self-service. Against the law. And
is it to keep people working? Is that the thing that it keeps jobs?
Yeah, but I think there's also a safety aspect. I mean, I remember in New York...
I'm in Florida. No one will pump your gas. I don't see things blowing up.
I had a near miss one time.
Yeah.
Not talking about that. Where I was in New York, and you know how they have a nice little gasoline shop?
Yeah.
And I wanted to go in, get some, like, Polly-O string cheese and a Slurpee. I come out of the place, and I thought I had paid for my gas in the shop. And I came out of the place, and the thing was still in my car, and I just turned my car on and tried to drive away. And I just heard this, and then gas all over the place. And the guy first thought I was trying to steal gas.
Right.
And then secondly, he's like, you could have seriously blown yourself up.
A friend of mine, let's just say maybe some angel dust was smoked, but he's sitting there, right? And it's right next to a four-way stop. And when the light changed, he thought maybe he was at the light. So he fucking just takes off, and he ripped the whole thing out. And it was like following him down the street as he thought he was keeping it together.
It's confusing if you don't have it.
If you're high on dust.
I wasn't high, and it was very confusing.
Look at me. Were you high? You have no reason to act that way. Danny Arch did the right thing. Now, I had a guy I knew, a comic who had worked for me, who caught on fire at a fucking thing. Burnt 80% of his body as he's pumping gas. It was just the spark from it. Remember when there would be some news stories about this?
Oh, yeah.
So then they go back, check the fucking tapes. He lit himself on fire. It was right there on the fucking tape to try to make money off of this by suing, and the fire just went up so fucking quick that he burned himself, like Richard Pryor's fucking way. I'm just cringing thinking about it, and he wasn't going to get jack shit for it.
Oh my God.
Basically, it's just like, what are you doing? We're looking back here. You had a fucking lighter in your hand. You're fucking blowing gas on yourself because you're hoping for a couple $100,000.
It's a good technique.
Yeah. Here's Leroy. Leroy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ronnie, you're still my hero. Dave, you're a fucking idiot. And Oregon still pumps your gas.
Oregon does?
I didn't say you couldn't do it in Oregon. I just said in New Jersey. What the fuck?
You know what the number one song in Oregon is right now? Crazy Horses by the Osmond Brothers.
Really?
And that song came out in 1972, and it's just catching on now in Oregon.
Oregon is the peculiar state.
Is it? Or is it maybe the last place where weirdos are free to be weird?
Never liked that, Portland.
Why not?
Don't like the Trailblazers.
Well, what about the town itself?
I've never been there.
Why judge?
Just not a big fan of Drexler and Kershey and
Clyde the Glide?
How can you not like Clyde the Glide?
Because I like a guy named Michael Jordan, or if you're going to...
I thought you hated Michael Jordan.
I don't like him, but I respect him.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying.
You're insane.
And
you don't.
Clyde Drexler, I also thought was a poor man's Gerald Wilkins. I mean, Dominique Wilkins. Gerald was his brother, who played for the Knicks.
He was a rich man's Gerald Wilkins. This is their number one song, Crazy Horses. This is insane. What is Portland thinking?
It's Nutville.
What instrument was that?
When mighty horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass. When mighty horse rocks, he rocks a fat ass.
Here's Randy. Randy, you're on Fez. Go ahead, Randy.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, Randy.
I just want to say congratulations, man, and big time listener over here in California.
Thanks, Randy. I love
Osmond brother. And my sister was listening to Osmonds back in the 70s, man, and she's like 45, almost 50 now. They suck.
I know, and yet that's the number one song in Portland. Crazy Horses. John, you're on Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, I know you hate Long Island, but I just want to know, I live in Huntington, and all the gas stations have attendants. I don't know if it's a law or a rule, but you cannot pump your own gas.
Look, let's get this straight. I do not hate Long Island. Long Island hates me, and there's nothing I can do. I have given Long Island nothing but love, but Long Island deletes my emails and also has put me on block.
Dude, you're full of it because I'm from Long Island. I pump my own gas every day.
Do you?
Yes,
then
I
that's
do.
Illegal.
Every day?
I only put like $5 in.
Oh.
Which is not even a gallon.
No.
No. He just needs to get to the train and back. Bill, you're on Fez.
Hello there. I just want to speak up on behalf of Portland, Oregon. Mm-hmm. It is the home of low-grade brown tar heroin.
Which, when you got no money, it's the way to go.
That's the way to go.
Thank you. And a lot of people put down that. But if you're in a place, there's no better time for a rainy day. Just to pass the time with a sweet nod. And the people of Portland understand that.
I'm not going to support that.
Why? It'll make your cigarettes last longer. They'll always go out on you. Why are you going like this? Wait, what was that song? Put it back on. Because you just keep forgetting. Sweet, sweet nod. Follow me in.
No.
Follow me in, brother.
No. I'm not getting behind that kind of stuff.
All right. Well, you're going to have a bad marriage then.
What?
Here's Dave. Dave, you're on Fez.
Hey, boys, what's going on?
Yeah.
Dave, I want to ask you, do you usually tip the gas station attendant? Because I'm from New York. Every time I fill up, I tip them, and it looks like I'm giving them, $50 in their hand. They're so shocked.
Yeah, you don't have to tip, Dave. Don't you?
I tip.
You don't have to tip, Dave.
A motherfucker's going to stand out in the rain. I'm going to give him some money.
No.
It was like 30 below. I'm giving the guy $1, and he's calling his wife at home. He's so happy.
I know, they're idiots.
Let me tell you, a lot of the attendants that you think you're helping them, they own the station.
So what? A little something for them.
No,
I always put it right in their fucking pocket.
You wouldn't tip a butcher if he gives you some...
I tip my butcher.
You tip your butcher.
I tip my butcher. I always go in and go like this. Make sure I get the good stuff. And keep your fucking thumb off of it.
All right, that was a bad example. You wouldn't tip a convenience store owner who gives you...
I do.
You tip a convenience store owner?
Yeah.
Like who gives you potato chips?
Yeah.
Or?
I tip my insurance man. I really believe in tipping.
Like, you would... If it's expected of you, a newspaper boy throws a newspaper out. Gas station attendant gives you gas, so you wouldn't tip a newspaper boy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't tip...
You totally do.
You always tip your newspaper guy.
On Christmas, maybe.
No, you tip him every week.
No, we don't do that in my family.
Yeah, of course not. You fucking nickel diamond mix. You got no fucking class whatsoever. You're riding home on the water wagon.
That's not the way things are done in New Jersey, Mr. B. I'm telling you, people don't tip.
Just because they're not done that, I guarantee you Italian people in New Jersey are tipping.
No.
I guarantee you.
No, I mean, I tip during... The only thing I like to tip, 3 things. The barbers, the restaurant, and something else.
Speaking of...
Taxis.
The other night. We haven't talked to Sal yet. Then I got to take you to this restaurant. We ate so much food that all of us guys thought we were going to die. And when I say that, I'm not kidding. We thought we ate so much steak that our hearts were going to stop. And Fez, after we said goodbye to you, we walked 4 steps or so. He has one of his attacks, and we have to get a cab because he thought his fucking stent had come online.
Yeah, I'm like, there is a steak bone caught in my stent right now.
Yeah.
I had steak hangover for 2 days.
Yeah.
I had actually woke up with bloodshot eyes just from steak.
I started walking next day. I got up to take a walk. Went 70 blocks before I said to myself, I'm not even making up. I went from 66 all the way down past Canal. I'm like, what the fuck? I've walked, I'm not kidding, on the east side. I walked all the way past Canal. I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 things as just like a stroll. But there was so much steak pumping around, I didn't know what to do.
You're running on pure protein at that point.
It probably was.
It's weird because I hadn't cleaned my apartment in like 4 or 5 months. And on Saturday, I just had all that steak energy myself that I was like even, sweeping under my bed.
Now, is your girlfriend cleaning your apartment right now as we sit here? Has your girlfriend impact, by the way? People against
I don't think
creating
people against censorship, I think.
I was trying to go against creationism. That's what I'm joining. We don't believe that the world was created. Hey, Josh, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, Ronnie, Fezzy, and that douchebag Dave. Must not check his
Say hi to Than, too, from the Than and Sam show.
Huh?
Say hi to Than.
Hey, Than. How you doing?
Good.
I like you.
Don't hurt yourself.
Anyway, they pump their gas. They pump your gas for you in Hawaii. That douchebag Dave doesn't check his facts, but he spots off his facts.
Hey,
dumb,
Josh,
why are you fucking checking Hawaii?
I said that they pump your gas in New Jersey. I never vouched for every other fucking state. I don't know the gas rules and regulations in every state. For fuck's sake! I didn't say that, Josh. I never said that. Fucking listeners, listen.
Wait a minute.
That's
Dave.
your job.
It is, really.
You didn't bring up Oregon and you didn't bring up Hawaii.
I didn't say that. I didn't say I know the gas rules
but I mean,
and regulations for all 50 states.
Are you against Hawaiians?
I said I know the rules for New Jersey. I'm not. And fuck Hawaii. That you're on my shit list now. You, Dog the Bounty Hunter, and June Jones. Hawaii University coach.
And what about Don Ho, who just recently died?
Fuck. Man, we just lost Tiny Bubbles.
Did he never sing Pearly Shells?
No.
That's the Hawaiian songs, not Tiny Bubbles.
Right. Yeah.
There's nothing about wine that is Hawaiian. They didn't even have wine until people started shipping it over from the States. Now, you're with PAC now, People Against Citizenship. Don't you really think that that's going to be a problem in the long run?
I'm not with them.
Phil, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, you guys are good, man.
Yeah, we are.
California, nobody pumps your fucking gas, and that guy from Oregon's an idiot. California and Washington dumped their garbage in Portland. That's all it's good for.
That's right.
Why are you anti?
Fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Portland and Hawaii.
You hate the whole state?
Yeah. Oregon and Hawaii. Go shit in your crow.
What's that? What crow?
And how do you shit in it?
Here's Steve. Steve, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Dave, can you say Oregon for me, please?
Oregon. What?
It's called Oregon, not Oregon, you fucking son of a bitch.
I said Oregon! I said Oregon!
You look like an idiot now. Everybody knows it. He made a fool out of you on the show. He knows that you're an idiot.
He doesn't know it.
Because you say things the wrong way.
He's never met me. He doesn't know it.
And you say people shit in their crows.
I've heard that expression before.
Here's Dow, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies.
Yeah.
I was going to say, Dave, you better tip those dudes, man, in Jersey, because I heard they can spit in your tank if you don't tip them well.
I don't eat from my gas tank. I don't care.
Well, you just want to tip them. You just want to make sure. And I was wondering, who even has a butcher nowadays, dude?
Anybody who fucking knows about meat has a butcher. Where are you going to buy your fucking meat? From the fucking grocery store?
Man, I don't live in New York like you guys, so we have stores.
No, you know what? That's bullshit. You don't go anywhere in the country without there being at least one place that is a good fish market and a good meat market. And if you go and buy that fucking shit at the Acme, that's your fault for being a ham and egger. You better go find good food for yourself.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to sit there and barbecue some fucking steak from the Piggly Wiggly that came in gray, because you'll never make it good. I hate when people don't understand how to get something nice for themselves.
And the worst thing is you're saving, what, 20 cents?
Thank you.
20 cents? Go to a butcher.
Everybody in Pack has a butcher.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's people against cruddy meat. That's us.
Pack 'em.
Here's Matt. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
These motherfuckers will leave the 7-Eleven with fish, then go home and cook it. And then they wonder why they don't feel well. Matt, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Yeah.
Two things. I ate at the Brazilian Steakhouse, Fogo de Chao, the other night.
Mm-hmm.
Woke up the next morning and felt like I drank a fucking cheap handle of vodka. Just so much meat, filet mignon, all that stuff. They come out on the swords and they just pile it on. You flip that disc over.
Yeah, that whole thing of chunks of meat. I'm not sure if I understand what the Brazilians or the Argentinians know what they're doing with. They get a little crazy with that. Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Yo, Dave, just because you're a no-tipping asshole doesn't mean everybody else in Jersey is.
You're not supposed to tip.
Of course you are.
Chris.
Yeah, I used to pump gas, unfortunately, and I used to get tipped every single day to get food, man.
You got tipped by every car. You got tipped by every car. See, he won't answer me because he's lying. He spoke with potatoes in his mouth.
Good people tip.
You're not supposed to tip.
What do you mean you're not supposed to tip?
Not in gas stations in New Jersey.
Why not?
Would you tip your ice cream vendor?
Yeah. What? I get a little extra scoop on there. I go pilot high and deep. Here's a little something extra for you for the cause.
It's a service, Mr. B. And
waitress is a service.
Okay, no.
Gas. Would you tip your lawn guy?
No, I don't think so.
I tip. No, even the limo guy that we tipped the other night, then I find out later from Earl, the company also tipped him. Gratuity was in that. And you know what I say? Good. That's a little extra something for you for driving us out there like a fucking animal.
If you go to a mall and you want to buy a sweater.
Yeah.
Okay. You're not going to tip the person.
I do. I tip them up front. I'll go like this to the girl. I'll give her 20 and I'll go like this. Let me see the good stuff in the back. The really good sweaters.
Well, you do things a lot differently.
The right way. I do it the way Jesus did it, the same way. Jesus made sure everybody was taken care of. Everybody got a little something. Hey, I was thinking about this. You never see like suede anymore?
Right.
What the fuck is suede?
What is suede? Is it a leather?
If it's animal skin, right?
Right.
Why can't you wear it in the rain? Fucking animals didn't start to have problems in the rain. What is wrong with suede? That you can't wear it out in the rain. That's why basically you never see it anymore. You get a suede coat, you can wear it once.
Yeah.
Looks great. But, you better be going to the Oscars or the fucking Super Bowl because it's going to start looking like shit before you know it.
I have a suede coat, and I think my hat's made of suede. I think.
Your rain hat. Did you bring your hat today?
I keep in the office.
Yeah,
at all
go
times.
put it on so Thad can see it. He honestly thought that this was a good look.
It is good.
Yeah. When are we getting our hats? So, are they coming in tomorrow?
I got to check with Patrick about that, but we should have them in a day or so. Yes.
Patrick from look at this fucking bad hat, man.
What are you talking
Is that
about?
the most embarrassing thing you've ever seen?
Why would you say it's embarrassing?
You look like we should force you to take us to your pot of gold.
It wants to be a bowler, but isn't quite.
Yeah.
Right. It's the tiniest hat you can imagine.
It's Robbie Robertson, The Last Waltz. I shouldn't have to say it so many times. This is exactly the same hat.
You know, let me just say this to the folks at ronfest.net. You've given me so much joy with that Last Waltz poster. I look at it every day. I pass it every day, and I look at it every day. Thank you very much.
They're good still.
Your chick tells me, by the way, I found out what pack means.
Oh, what's that?
Packing your little mouth with lunch. Little nosh. Your chick said that it's brushed leather.
Oh.
You can't wear leather in the rain either, right?
No.
You don't want to have a leather coat in the rain? Is that a problem?
I think it can. I don't know if it's his baddest way, but I think it can still get ruined.
Yeah. Here's my friend Virginia from Portland. Hello, Virginia. How are you, darling?
Hey, guys. I can't believe you're slamming on Portland, Oregon this way, and I had to call in and defend us.
I'm glad that you are.
You know, we've got Chuck Palahniuk, who I've met his dog.
Chuck Palahniuk, who has done this show.
He's cool.
Yeah.
He's awesome. Gus Van Sant nearly
Great.
saw me do comedy once, but then he walked.
Yeah.
We've got more strippers per square capita than any other place. We've got the Acropolis, where you can watch a woman take off her clothes while you're eating steak.
Yeah.
Which is kind of disgusting. We're in a Tom Waits song. We're in Pacey's in a G-string.
A great song, too.
Matt Green.
And Goodbye Horse is still the #1 song. We are going,
We love
do it on the outside here. I'm going to do an experiment. Your hat's made out of suede, correct?
I
Dave?
thought so.
Yeah. So, there E-Rock is wearing your hat.
Okay.
And now we will test it. There's the water on the top. And
like
it seems to run off nicely.
Yeah, like a bad nor'easter. It's in your hat.
Really wish you hadn't done that.
That can't be suede because it's holding up. So would
Ron,
you?
suede is just a cow inside out.
So it's
They turn the whole cow inside out.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why it can't be exposed to rain. It can only be exposed to blood.
Isn't a cow's insides exposed to a lot of wetness?
Well, that will protect you from stomach acid.
Okay.
So it's a coat and a hat that you put on for. Now we understand Goonies was filmed near
Goonies
Portland.
up in Astoria.
But here's the
Not
thing,
Portland,
Virginia.
but
Yeah, this is the thing, Virginia. I want you to know about Portland. I want you to tell everybody in Portland. It might be their time up there, but it's our time down here.
Here.
Thank you.
And the trailblazers.
Well, that's exhausting.
Thank you.
It's
That's
exhausting
beautiful.
to act. Yeah.
And we've got Callahan, the handicapped cynic. And the Portland Trailblazers may not be the best team, but they are the most high.
I love that you love your town. That means a lot to me. Now, Fez, I never see you defending Tampa.
Yeah, it's not a lot to defend there.
No, when you're drunk, you do crazy stuff like, oh my God, what a place! All right, thanks so much, Virginia.
Virginia,
Great
you're
talking,
very
guys.
nice. Virginia's
And
great.
one more thing, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. I'm sure you've heard that every day of your life, but I thought I'd throw it out there. Because I don't get to say it every day of my life. Now, Fez, you went and saw your shrink today, right?
Yeah, today was my third intake session, they call it.
Now, intake is butt fuck?
No, it's a screening process.
For your asshole?
No, for my psyche, where they decide, what...
Put a cock in your ass?
No, they decide which treatment is best for me.
What'd you go with, anal?
No, I didn't go with anal. That wasn't an option.
Oh, oral?
No, wasn't on there. So I went to see the therapist today, and so she's like, you really need to see a therapist once a week and a psychiatrist, and we're going to start setting up those appointments. And I asked her, because she was the person that I saw 2 weeks ago, and I said, do you just do these interview sessions, or do you actually see patients as well? And she goes, no, I see clients. That's fine. And I go, because I'm really, I had automatically gotten attached to her. She was, really nice to me. And for the second time in a month, a therapist says to me, I would love to work with you, but you're in such an advanced state in your anxiety. I only want the best for you, and I couldn't take your case. At the level...
I can't cure you. I can't help you.
At the level you're at, she goes, I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to help you.
Are they eventually going to bring in someone dressed like the fucking RoboCop to work with you? I mean, what are we talking about? How crazy are you?
I have no idea. I just looked at her and I go, I'm so nuts, it's obvious to everybody.
She didn't even answer you?
Yeah. She was, trying to make me feel better and saying, no, I'm sure you can find help here at the Institute, So, but just, again, I'm glad that they're taking me, and I'm glad I'm going to see professionals, and they want me to see, the people that are right for me. But again, for someone to say, you're too far gone...
8 years of schooling is not enough to deal with Fez Whatley.
Yeah, it's just such a hopeless feeling.
Yeah.
How about for us? Knowing you can't be helped.
I don't think... I hate to say it, but you might have to seek inpatient treatment. Maybe you should cancel your vacation in Florida and go to an inpatient...
Would you think about checking in over your vacation? Vacation from your problem?
I'm really looking forward to the vacation, so I wouldn't want to check in.
But it will be a vacation.
Yeah, I understand that. But I'm afraid they're going to strap me in, and I'm going to be screaming.
Strap you in snugly, or you'll finally be comfortable. I'll give them your dietary needs. Baked chicken sundaes, Monday pizza.
I know of a place that I just someone told me. I can't say it on the air, but it sounds like it would be perfect for.
Is it Bellevue?
Because everyone knows that one.
It's got
I know a place. All I got to do is shoot you with a dart before I take you in. They will not see you when you're at full capacity.
Yeah, so it's just, I tried to just leave thinking, all right, well, I'm underway. I'm going to start getting an appointment. They're supposed to call me in a few days with whoever my therapist's name is and an appointment. And I'm like, well,
I got $100 that it's RoboCop.
It's not going to be a robot.
How do you know?
Slash human
Some type
cyborg.
of transformer, then.
And but I was just trying to take the positive out of it, and I'm like, am I too far gone to even be helped? Where this woman today was like, nope, not me. I'm not going near that.
Maybe you're too far gone to be helped, but maybe you're so far gone that then it's like a circle. You've come back to maybe being normal. You know what I mean? Like, if you're normal...
That doesn't make sense.
If you're normal...
Thanks for the try,
you're
for
normal,
the effort.
And you're crazy, he's so fucking insane that now he's back to being normal.
But what makes you think that sanity or insanity is sphere-shaped? It doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
Might be linear.
What are you going to do?
I'm going to see a therapist once a week, and then I'm also going to see a psychiatrist and discuss medication again.
When's it start?
I don't know. They're supposed to call me. It'll start after vacation because they're supposed to call me in a few days.
If you tell them that insanity is sphere-shaped, they'll fucking take you away that day.
Yeah. Then I won't get anyone to touch me.
Yeah.
At least they're still suggesting that there is somebody out there that can help you.
I was trying to...
Just not an American.
Yeah.
We're going to have to go to a German Jew.
I was trying to take that in, Than, but it was... I still left depressed.
You haven't met the person who's going to help you yet.
No, I don't even know their name.
I bet this person's a legend. I bet you're going to meet the Clint Eastwood of fucking psychiatrists.
Well, she goes, what'll happen now is, there's some sort of, council, on Krypton, that's going to decide, where I go. And she goes, these people have been here forever. They know what they're doing. So I am going to end up with an Albert Einstein type.
The thing that you were saying, there's a council on Krypton. that is the place that you use as a touchstone for the rest of us. Goes to show how fucking wacky you are. So you did good, though. You're not panicking and freaking out anymore, and you're not crying talking about this.
Yeah,
you're better every week.
I left depressed and everything, and I've been fighting it. There was a couple times, when I first, I walked around for a little bit before I came in the building.
Oh, you were freaked when you got home?
Yeah, before I came in here, because it was, really starting to dawn on me. all right, I saw like just this file she had on me, through 3 interviews. This thing was so damn thick, and I don't know what's in there, and it just, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna do it. It just seemed kind of helpless again, hopeless.
But you did better. You were able to wait and then go in and do it. All the things that you struggled with before, so this is good.
I had such a freak out in their lobby today.
So nothing works.
So
me trying to find some sunshine, there's no sense in it.
I get there to this place. It's on the 4th floor, and they have the tiniest elevators ever.
Coffin size?
Exactly. And there is a line out the door to use one of the elevators, to use the elevator to get in it. So I had to wait there. I started to freak out in their lobby, and I had pulled my phone out. I'm like, I'm just going to call Ron and tell him to come get me, because I can't do this. I can't get myself in the door.
Uh-huh.
And then, as I was pulling out the phone, the therapist came out, so I was able to get
me
inside.
A trip.
Yeah.
Where do you want to make it this time, Fez? I'm at first and first. How can a street even intersect with themselves? I'm at the apex of the universe.
When I went in the lobby to check in, there was some other patient there who was demanding to see her therapist, and she didn't have an appointment. It was kind of like she was there on the wrong day, and and the receptionist is like, she doesn't have you down for any time today. And this woman was getting more and more agitated, more and more loud, and saying, no, I'm supposed to see her. She wants me to see her today. And the lady's going, I've called her office, she's not in. And are you sure she wanted to see you today? And this other patient was just losing it. And I'm like, well, let me line up behind the nuts here.
Well, what you need to do, you wanted to get in a little early and make sure you're seen by people. Start rubbing your shit on the walls. Let them know that you you have to be dealt with. And that maybe you're going so far that you're coming back.
Yeah. You're so far insane.
All the way back to Krypton.
I would like to take the chimp from the O&A show today, just put it up against you, and emotional stability and see who wins.
No, I'm not throwing poker chips. I know that much.
Mikey knew what he was doing.
So, when are you're going on vacation before you even see these folks?
Yeah, because they're not even supposed to call me for another few days, is what they said. And they keep saying, well, the psychiatrist wants to expedite this, and I had called to get it going faster and everything, but I guess there's a process I have to go through.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to see anyone this week, or next week, because I'll be in Florida.
Or that place that Dave has lined up for you, where you check in. I wouldn't mind that you checked in during your vacation rather than, doing the show.
But I was like, she was trying to set up a schedule. I'm like, well, I'll be on vacation next week. And it was like, where are you going? And I said, Florida. Well, that'll be nice. So I started getting the real slow, over-patronizing talk to try to chill me out.
Like you're talking to an old lady or a retard.
Right. That'll be nice.
You'll see a flamingo.
Who's in Florida? You have family in Florida?
This is just... Sienna, you're on Ron and Fez. Sienna.
Yeah, hello?
Go ahead, darling.
Hey, guys. I just want to say I love your show, and I just want to give Fezzy a little bit of support. I know he's going through a hard time right now, and, it's hard to find somebody that he can really trust to talk to. So I want to let him know that, there's a lot of people who love support him out here.
Thank you very much, honey.
It's not hard to find people I trust. It's hard to find people that will let me in their office without locking the door.
Lily, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. Fez, I love you so much. I just also wanted to, call and give you a show of support. You don't need to be checked into anywhere. I just did also want to say that you should probably start seeing somebody more than one time a week. The therapy part, the psychiatrist, you should maybe start, look to get on something to control your anxiety. But I think the therapy part, once a week, is just not going to be enough. And I'm surprised this woman that you feel so comfortable with is not willing to work with you a little closer.
She's
and maybe see you twice or 3 times a week. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, she says she doesn't have the experience to do it.
Yeah.
She doesn't have experience with jungle animals, I guess. Just crazed jungle beasts.
Is she a doctor? Do you know what she is? What her credentials are?
I don't know whether she's.
I know that she's the head of something at Harvard, and she still doesn't.
And she's still not qualified.
No,
she's the great granddaughter of Freud, and she wouldn't take me.
This whole doc
is that, Chinese food?
It looks like Chinese food to me.
It's got to be 2.5 quarts.
It's at least 15 pounds of Chinese food.
Unbelievable. And Earl, let me guess, you don't have shit for Chinese food, right?
No.
You should take your vacation, have a great time in Florida, relax with your family if you can be with your family and relax, if that is a vacation. But and then just when you get back, you're feeling better already knowing that you're going for help, and that's the way it works.
So far, it's disappointed him.
If people would quit saying, I can't help you, I would feel a lot better about this whole process. It's happened twice a month.
And once again, look how people, no matter what you do now, you're getting congratulated on it. When people start telling you good, you ate all your Jell-O,
right.
You're either old, retarded, or a baby.
Yeah.
No one else do they care about how much they're doing.
I'm an old, retarded baby.
Jeremy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah.
I hope I'm not blowing up Fez's spot here, but I think the reason he doesn't want to do this whole psychiatry thing when he goes on vacation because he just wants to stick wiki with this fake sick leave to get his time off,
I really am starting to think the same thing. And
just like with a heart attack.
Yeah. And believe me when I tell you, Fez, I'll have another femme in here so fucking fast that you better get better.
I don't know if threats are the way to go.
I'll get one of the queer eyes in here in a heartbeat.
Carson, do it with him.
Oh.
No, I mean, bring him in.
Quit giving names.
Well, he's just so delightful.
Death Metal Mo, how are you, my brother?
It was line of the day.
Yeah.
9170, check it out.
Shit, I lost line of the day. That idiot.
Thank you. Oh, Jesus Christ. I just wanted to call and let you know, Big Fez, we're all behind you, and it kind of ties in with some of the stuff you were saying earlier about the websites. The websites have kind of been changing, and I think they're a little more positive now. I post on Whackbag and Ron Fez, and I just want to let you know that people like me and all the old school posters and, the people that are real fans, I feel, when we see this mountain of negativity against you, Fez, and, other show topics, we stand up next to that mountain, chop it down the edge of our hand.
I know. I will tell you this. This fucking Death Metal Mo is the fucking, he's like having Charles Bronson off a website. He is the fucking mechanic. He will go to work for you, Fez.
Thank you. I love you, Mo.
He protected you with all that Fez's fucking crybaby shit that went on Whackbag recently.
Yeah, that doesn't stand.
That, all the, shut up, you big crying bitch, and somebody's put a fucking, cork in Tear Boy. What was some of the
I think we've covered it.
No, there was 40 of them. Sissy. There was 40 different, yeah.
Sissy.
The pissy sissy.
Yeah.
Every time Mo was there. Oh, let me get into it. You need somebody to protect you over that fucking FBA, though.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't go there.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
No, I didn't see those posts.
Yeah, you would think I would know a moderator couple.
I am going to search through FBI. I really didn't see any.
When all those websites started, everybody was thinking, they're the fucking loonies. They're going to be the most attack-proof. It's like, no, they're just the opposite. They're the ones that have a sense of humor about everything.
At FBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely think so.
And yet, the older the website, the more they start to act like, I don't understand what is going on. By the way, I think it's very smart to get a hold of Ron Diaz and get back to square one. Who asked you to fucking write this? Some ham and egger was on there the other day deciding what bits Fez should be doing on Ron Fez. Who fucking asked you?
Not I.
Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ronnie, Fezzy. Fez, can I ask you how you went about getting this help? I had panic attacks, and I literally Googled for help and found it. You've got insurance, right?
Yeah.
Well, did you?
I haven't Googled my problems.
You're going through some public health problem of some sort.
Don't Google your problems, Fez, either.
I'm trying to Google my problems away.
No,
I know you're trying your best to help, but I know you're trying the best to help, but it just we get weighed down with this fucking thing. Every time Fez shares a little bit, it turns into try minoxidil. I mean, it's
I know
the same fucking things. Just keep coming up.
I'm going to try what my new therapist and my new doctor tell me.
What is what?
Once I find out what it is and I decide, that I want to do it.
James, you're on Fez.
Yeah, Ron, Fez, I just wanted to tell Fez to quit acting like such a baby and to grow up. Accept life how it is. That's just how it goes.
Get him, Mo. Get him, Mo. Yes, I was going for the same joke. We bumped our heads on the fucking way to a callback.
I was going to say that was the name of one of the threads. Yeah, so
very nice.
It was very messy in there.
And then you're the only one that took by surprise, huh, Dave?
Oh, yeah. I was listening to the phone caller.
Dave was going, I was thinking,
I had something there.
My mama done told me to bring home a rabbit.
I was going to say Death Metal Mo.
Leroy, you're on Ron and Fez.
Leroy, yeah, Fezzy, I got something for you, but first that dog fucking jelly dick Dave can kiss my ass.
Sure.
Now, Fezzy, they're having a recall on JetBlue motors, so I hope you have fun on your vacation.
Don't even bring that one up. I saw that, too.
Is that real?
866-RON-0-FEZ, 866-RON-0-FEZ. You can rest assured that anything that they're using has got to be good. The mechanics are looking at
it. Or try my inpatient program that I have set up for you.
Are you getting a cut or something? What's the?
I just have a nice place that I know of. Might be in Westchester. It might not be.
How do you know anybody who went there?
I do.
Yeah.
And it, no one.
No, write down. Anyone that I know that went there?
No.
What, like a relative then?
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I've heard some wonderful things about it. I've heard that it's not only is it a great inpatient place, very luxurious, but then when you want to leave, they'll let you, and then you can continue an outpatient program.
Sounds great, Fez.
I mean, that sounds nice, but I really want to take my vacation.
This is a vacation from your insanity.
It might be your way to go. You even said your last trip wasn't a vacation at all. You were nervous and upset.
Yeah, it got very stressful.
And you said every time you went to an old friend's house, you would check your watch.
Are you going to have fun in Florida? I mean, if it is,
I'm planning on it.
Okay.
What do you got planned to do so far?
Actually, all I've got planned right now, all I want to do is see the new baby. Just hang out with the new baby that I have seen twice since she was born. So right now, that's my total plan.
Is it your baby?
No, it's my new niece.
Oh. How about maybe knock the chick up down there?
Not this time.
You gonna go out drinking, maybe?
I guess. I don't know if it comes up. If the baby wants to.
Yeah, you better check into this place. Why don't you, seriously, and I'm being totally serious, why don't you at least go take a ride tomorrow with Dave and the family people that know about this?
If I go in, I ain't getting out. I can tell that from what the therapist said today.
I think it's 50-50.
Why don't you head in and be fucking crazy horses the whole time out? You're going to do fine there, Fez. I wouldn't even worry about it. I would not even slightly worry about it. You're just going to go there, take a look around, maybe try on a new jacket. Give me those lighters and cigarettes, too. I don't want anybody to burn themselves. Would you at least go up tomorrow and take a look at it with him? Take a look at the place. If you don't like it, don't go in.
No, because looking leads to staying.
Seriously, you're too paranoid. I would not let that happen. Go up and take a look at the place.
I think they have those strips on the road that take out people's tires. They're going to trap them up there.
Sure.
You can't drive out.
Yeah.
The gate's slamming behind me.
I'll take care of you. I know what to sign. I know how to talk to these people. And I've been to one of these places myself once.
Really?
Yeah. It's not so bad.
Anthony, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, what's up, guys? Love the show. Just wanted to show some support for Fezzy, but I don't think you should go to the psychiatrist. I think Ronnie could dose you better than a psych can.
Well, I brought up something to the therapist today that Ron and Ron had talked to me about before, and So I just brought it up to the therapist, and she goes, "That's really good instincts on your part."
What was it?
It was the thing you had told me, the advice you had given me about see the therapist, before I see the psychiatrist, so that this person knows absolutely my previous reactions to antidepressants and anti-anxiety drugs, so that this new therapist knows what to look for, because the last time I was on, mental drugs, I went, even more nuts. So I passed that along as my own information and was told, that's really good instincts on your part.
Nice.
So that's right to you.
Then let me write down this. I think Zoloft would be a better management tool at this time. Casey wants you to go to see this place. She's had friends that went there, and that's how Dave found out about it. And she said it will be a vacation for you, where everyone pays attention to you, and you're going to leave better.
I would rather just wait and follow the path that I'm on now.
Why? You don't want to get better?
I want to get better.
Go see the place.
But I don't want to miss my vacation.
You're on the path to craziness and death.
It does seem
what?
Well, just the way your mind...
I thought I was coming around the other side of the circle.
I had thought about it recently.
The sphere.
Circle's crazy. It's just flat. Go up tomorrow with him. Take a ride up there. Take a look at the place.
We'll skip the show.
If you don't like it, we can take a day off tomorrow. If you don't like it, don't go in. Even if you don't like the way it looks from the outside. If you do like it, go in. Meet some people. Read some of their stuff.
I've heard it feels like a Four Seasons or something like that. It feels
that great.
Just like a community, just a nice
community of caring.
A respite of relaxation.
I like that. Jim, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Fezzy. I spent most of my adult life working in prisons, mental institutions, lockups for people that didn't belong in society. And I don't think you're as crazy as you think you are, because if you were as crazy as you think you are, you would be locked up. They ain't going to let you out, and you ain't going to have a fucking choice. You're going to be strapped down getting shots in your ass whether you want it or not. So
why worry?
You got a better chance than lots and lots of people. Sometimes you just got to get over your own little fears and just tackle shit head on.
That's what he's going to do. Tomorrow, do you want to do this?
I want to do it as soon as possible.
Fez, tomorrow?
No, I don't want to do it. I'm scared of this place.
You haven't even seen it.
I don't know what it is. No one will tell me the name.
Why?
Well, we can't say it on the air.
It's not Arkham. Man.
Arkham Asylum. First thing we're going to need you to do is take off your tights. I'm going to put them up against all the other scary tights. Earl, do you think this is a bad idea that he goes there tomorrow? I do not see the harm with taking a look at this.
I don't see any problem just checking the place out.
Right.
There's no harm in that whatsoever. And the way Dave is describing it, I want to go. It sounds very relaxing.
You're lucky, Fez. You're getting to go to Happy Town.
Yeah.
I wish I had all your problems. How are the rooms there? Nice? You get plenty of rooms?
The rooms are very spacious.
Food?
12 by 10 feet.
How's the food?
The food?
Why not take a look at this place? I'm serious. The reason that you scream, no one will tell me. No one will.
They won't. I could look it up online if I could have some info.
I don't want you to see it online. I want you to go there. And if you don't trust us, wear a turtleneck. If they try to shoot you in the neck with a dart, you're already got a full fucking run going.
I ain't gonna stop it.
I will be there, holding your. If you want me and Casey to hold your hand.
Casey wants to go. Happy Typing Girl says that she's in.
She's not part of this.
She wants.
This is the DC Connection.
It's people against crazy.
This is a DC Connection sponsored Fez Watley retreat.
Just get out there, Fez. You know. She's going to have her computer. I'll watch on Pal Talk. I'll be able to view this on Pal Talk.
That actually makes me feel a little safer.
All right, then she's allowed.
She'll have that in the car with her. It goes everywhere.
Fine. Us four. It'll be fun. It'll be like a double date in a way.
All right, so you going to do it?
I don't want to do it, Ron. I don't want to. I'm scared.
You don't want to get better.
I want to get better, but I'm scared to go away.
Why are you afraid to go away?
Because I don't like to go away as it is.
Just stay there, sleep over, enjoy yourself. You really
stay there 48 hours.
48.
That's too long.
How long do you want to go there for?
I don't want to go at all. I don't even want to drive up to the place.
Take a drive up. Give me your laces now. I don't want you fucking stringing yourself up in there. I don't want you fucking hanging yourself before we can get you better. I want you to think of it this way. The Fez Whatley that you know now and that you live with every day will be killed, and there's a new Fez Whatley that's going to be able to get along better. And this part of you will be destroyed.
Like with a knife.
Like gut.
In your heart.
Like gut it out. Like
or your heart.
You're the cancer of your own life.
Right.
We're going to gut that out. And what we have left
is not much.
Can't even hear us now.
Yeah.
And the remainder of it, we can drown. That would be cool, too.
Even if they force you to stay.
Right, yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Are you worried or looking forward to it?
No, worried about that.
I was hoping that you would just say looking forward. Then I'd have a place. Well, then let's do it. Like you fucking still stopping.
Yes, I'm scared. I'll end up missing the bachelor party, too.
Don't worry. If you went to a hotel, would you be afraid that they weren't going to let you leave?
No.
Think of this as a hotel for mentally incompetent people. You're checking in. And then it's up to you when you want to check out.
See, I don't know that about this place. I just know what people are telling me.
You want Mike Kaka there to take pictures, to document this thing?
I mean, it's sort of up to you to check out, right? I'll probably have to sign a couple waivers, but I promise, if that's your wishes, I'll sign those waivers.
You back this place up 100%.
I back it up 100%, and I back Fez up as well. I
good.
feel like this is a marriage between insanity and sanity that he should take advantage of.
Why don't you do it, Fez? And maybe even time for your vacation, you'll feel better. And maybe you'll be let out.
Maybe. I mean,
that's up to the staff.
See, I don't want all this stuff up to other people.
Who do you want it up to?
I want it up to me.
Well, look how you've been doing for yourself so far.
Right.
You've been crying on the air every day now for how long? 3 years?
Yeah.
All right, that's got to stop. So between fake heart attacks and heart attacks, how many times have you been in the hospital in the last couple of years?
Again, 3, I think.
Yeah.
3 overnight stays, I guess.
All right. You enjoyed your trip to the spa, right?
Right. I love that Red Door Spa. Thank you, Aunt Melinda.
This is a spa for your mind. Extra services to make your mind feel better. It's almost like getting your mind massaged and then cutting out the parts that no longer work.
See, it's all the cutting and drowning and butchering.
You're afraid of change. You're afraid of change.
I'm totally afraid of change.
Not when you get out. You want to change everything.
They'll give you lots of medication.
HTG said, think of it as a spa with brain facials.
That's a nice thought. You know, from PAC. I appreciate that.
She's just a PAC spokesman.
Oh.
She's not all PAC.
Yeah. Why don't you try it out?
Why don't you leave now? You want to leave now?
No, I don't want to leave now. I want to stay.
Why? You're not happy.
But I know, but I just don't want to go away. The thought of it, I can't tell you how bad it frightens me.
What frightens you? Getting better?
No, not getting better doesn't frighten me. Just...
All right, Melinda wants to come now, too. Everybody wants this for you.
Well, the car can only fit 5 people.
No, we're going to take a couple cars.
Okay. I mean, they better bring snacks.
That's going to go crazy, though, when all those fucking people stay up.
We could have a picnic before you get sent away, Fez.
My problem is this. I'm worried about once Melinda gets there, they'll throw a net over her. Remember last time? Don't act like you don't read the paper.
You better stay away.
Yeah, I don't want her back. At least she can introduce you around and show you, you know.
Actually, if Melinda is there, you know.
Buddy system?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She'll look out for Fez.
This is causing a lot of anxiety.
Why? What are you not anxious about?
Going to a place where I don't know where it's at, what it's about, what they do.
Westchester. What do they say about Westchester? It's the best Chester. I'm going to be up there once a week to see you, at least.
You know where people...
Unless it goes on for months and months at a time, and then I got to get on with my life.
You know where people also get anxiety? Before they go on a roller coaster.
Right.
And roller coasters, quite fun.
I hate a roller coaster. That's the worst analogy.
Think of this as the roller coaster for your brain.
No, that's hideous.
Swirling and corkscrewing with terror.
Do you really want Melinda to go with you?
I mean, if I was going, I would like Melinda to go with me, yes. And Dave and HTG and anyone else who wants to go with
Casey.
And Casey.
Why don't you bring up Casey? It was her idea.
It was hers. Fez doesn't like her very much.
Why don't you like her, Fez? You
I
miss
adore
ET?
her.
You want Claire to be here?
Hey. We can't have that.
What?
Then I'll check in, too. I'll be Fez's
You don't feel
bunkmate.
guilty? You still feel guilty?
No, I don't feel guilty.
You
Man's
should.
got to do what man's got to do. I moved on to the greener side of the lawn.
Oh.
Grass with it.
Like they're fertilizer, both of them.
No. One of them isn't.
What have you decided, Fez? Now, today?
No, I can't go today. I can't go.
Why not?
I will freak out the entire way up there. I mean...
Yes, but then you won't stay freaked out. It's going to be scared. It's going to be terrifying. But these friends of yours are taking you there and leaving you there.
Yeah, I hate the leaving me there part.
Why?
How do I get back?
Get better.
Stop with the monkey business.
What does that mean?
You're crazy. No, come on. I'm just fucking around. We're going to have a delightful time. We'll go to a diner beforehand.
That is your answer to everything. Go to a diner. You wanted us to go to a diner before we went to F.H. Riley.
What do you want to eat? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send you in that place with some hidden caramel corn. So
it's like gold in there.
Are you going or not?
I'm not going. I'm not going now.
I think we can trust Dave on this. He's
so responsible.
No, I'm serious. He's done the work. You need something. This new thing, let's face it, the new place was my idea, and it's not working out.
I haven't started really
you freaked
yet.
out today, and 2 people have turned you down.
But I still have to start my regiment there.
What regiment? There's nothing. They've got nothing for you.
I heard at this place they dry you when you're out of the shower. Like, that's how hands-on and friendly it is.
I don't want that.
They put the towel on you.
I don't want anyone putting the
not?
towel on me. I want to shower myself and not be seen
But you
and
want
observed.
You sound crazy.
What?
Who doesn't want to move a lot? I know I
Dave
don't.
knows what he's talking about. Dave, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Fez, you're not on the path to craziness. Don't take advice from a guy who drinks his own piss. Think about
Allegedly.
Right.
Drinks? Because I didn't see him swallow.
No photos.
He just swirled it around his mouth a little bit, I think.
All right, here's the other thing. You're going to be playing car bingo on the way up there. They're starting to put together ideas for you. So, I spot out and all that. And then, I'm going on a picnic, and I'm bringing apples, bananas, and
cantaloupe.
Good. All right, so there you are. This trip's going to go by so fast.
See, if you were really insane, you would have said crazy there.
Right.
For the C. But you're not. That's my point.
Then I shouldn't have to go.
No, you're a little
You're
fucked
going.
up. A little bit.
You got to go, man.
Now it's out of my hands.
It's going to be fun. No, what we want you to do is get better. Everybody wants that for you.
I understand that, but there's no way I would be able to concentrate on car bingo when I'm driving up to that place.
You're a winner, aren't you? You don't want Deb to win. You want to win. You want to be the car bingo champion.
Right. How about Car Connect 4 if you
No.
don't like the bingo?
I don't want to play any games.
Why don't you take 2 Valium now?
I don't have any Valium.
Just to make it easier. Well, I do.
Casey can get you some of that.
I bet she can. Here is Bob. Bob, you're on the Fez.
Hey, Fezzy, don't go. Dave's got you right where he wants you. If he has to sign you out, it'll be the Ron and Dave show.
I don't want that. I want the Ron and Fez show forever. I also want Fez Watley to get some,
I want you to be better, too,
Sameness.
Fez. Well, what do you want?
I want Fez to be better.
You want him to go to Westchester, or want you to be honest here?
I think it would do him a world of good.
All right, everybody's voting yes.
Can do this tomorrow morning, quick as a jack.
Let's do it now.
Right now?
If this all works out and you're sane, they'll have you back here in an hour and a half.
She's got the car, Fez. She got
Everybody's
the car.
moving.
The Carolina
All you
mobile.
do is say yes, Fezzy.
I can't say yes.
All you gotta do is say yes, and let's start working towards a better tomorrow.
I cannot say yes.
Baby, get the car ready.
I feel like I'm being kidnapped.
She actually said she can make a call, and she wants to right now. Oh, she did make the call. You're set up for a tour. There's no commitments. You don't have to stay if you're not 100% comfortable with this.
And don't be uncomfortable when your tour guides have white coats on. That's just the look all the staff has.
See, as I go deeper into this place touring it, that's when the door's shut behind me.
If they do, they do. That's out of your hands. Here's Character. You're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, Ron and Fez.
Yeah.
Hey, Fez, you need to start all over again. It's time for you to become a little baby. There's no worries. You can be man baby, and you can put yourself up for adoption, and no Ron can find you.
You are going to feel like you were just dropped out of your mommy's baby maker when you're up there. You're going to be fresh and new, and everything starts over.
Is that a good thing?
Sure it is. You're a broken toy now. You want to be good, right? You want to work.
Yeah, I totally want to be fixable and work.
So then you're supposed to burn the toy. That's what they do. You burn the toy alive, and then you buy a new one at the store. And the store is where we're going in rehab in West.
What do you want to eat on the way up there? At your pick.
I wouldn't be able to eat. I would be too nauseous and angst-ridden to eat anything.
You're going to be able to take Pierre Pig, your stuffed animal. I want everything to be fun for you. You want ice cream?
No, I don't want any ice cream. I just
dirty water dog?
No, I just don't want to go.
2 dirty water dogs.
No, I mean, it's tempting, yes, but I don't want to go.
2 dirty water dogs.
Okay. And an ice cream.
And an ice cream.
You want Pierre Pig?
I love Pierre Pig.
Is that 2 R's in Pierre?
Of course.
You love your Carnax. Carnax. Yum, yum, yum. Carnax. What are you going to do?
I'm not going to go. This is too distressing. It's too much.
What is distressing you? Getting better?
No, not getting better. Going to a place that I know nothing about. I can't do that. I can't just go somewhere where I don't know what's going to happen to me.
You're the Velveteen Rabbit. We want you to be a good rabbit, a real rabbit. Who want Carnax? Who want their Carnax?
I love Carnax.
Do you mind sitting on Trapper Keepers and CDs? Because her car is a little...
Trapper Keepers.
There's a little... It's kind of
Why
dirty.
all the Trapper Keepers? The CDs, I understand.
Yeah, I'm just making sure you don't mind sitting on those things.
They have gem on them.
I don't have a Valium to take.
If I got you one, you want to take it?
I would take a Valium, yes.
And then go up there.
Oh, no.
I can make a call to get you Valium right now.
All right, they're leaving. Do you want Melinda in on this or no?
If I went, yes, I would want Melinda in on it. I would totally.
I know she'll visit you.
I would totally want Melinda there. But I can't do that. It's just too much unknown. I don't know any... I haven't seen a brochure. I haven't seen anything.
Need to. Take your belt off and your shoelaces. I don't want you stringing yourself up first night.
Also, Colin Alke, Irish Alke's son, wanted to come along.
He's adorable.
Yeah.
That's a cute kid.
So.
I don't know if it's the best place for a baby.
Don't even bring that up to them. That you find babies attractive. That's the last thing you want to say. Oh, you know who's cute? A baby. People hate that. Velveteen Rabbit.
What music would you like? I mean, we can get
Petty. I'm Petty.
That's fine. Those are both good. Those are good choices.
Live REM in my iPod.
What about going to the Nut House? What's wrong? Now you can't breathe?
Yeah, I'm starting to get really, really nervous now.
You're fine. You're fine.
See, that's what I'm expecting in Westchester. Behind those big white doors or whatever this place is.
You're going to do great. Joey, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, Fezzy. When I went to treatment the first time, I was petrified. I mean, scared to death. I went in there. I was actually crying when I was sitting in the intake area because I had no clue what was going on. But after I had been there for 3 weeks, I didn't want to leave the place.
No, you're not going to want to leave.
It was, huh?
You're not going to want to leave, Fez.
See, I am... Yeah, I shouldn't go to one of these places and have the hopes of not getting back out.
You're fighting this.
Yes.
You are fighting this.
I'm fighting this. It was hard
Tooth and nail.
It was hard enough to go to this therapist today. I walk back and forth in front of the place.
Does one of us not think you should at least go up and take a look at this? Don't you think we'd all want what's best for you? Even Earl wants you to go take a look.
Yeah, everybody wants me to go in here.
And you're leaving. They're on their way now.
Don't fight it.
Don't fight it.
Does the sky fight the sunset?
I don't know.
Does a cloud fight a sprinkle?
Isn't that right?
I don't know what you're talking about. But basically, no, I mean, come on. This is all for your benefit.
Chris, you're on Ron and Fez.
Fezzy, don't go. They're going to chain you up and put you on display like Mighty Joe Young. Is that what you want?
No.
Then don't do it.
That doesn't take place. That doesn't take place at this establishment, sir. And we resent it at our place. We'll take good care of Fez.
What is that, her dream house, Dave, that she puts up there?
No, I think that's the place, Mr. B.
Oh, my God, you're kidding me.
That's the place. She got a link, I think.
All right, Fez, I am looking at this place that you're going to.
Can I look at it?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Let me come around.
Oh, tell her to put it back up.
Put it back up, Case. She had a beautiful link to where you're going.
Put that link back up, please, baby.
You call her baby all the time?
I do.
Should I call her baby?
I wouldn't like that.
I'm
going to call.
She can't hear us?
I don't know.
She's probably rocking out.
Delay.
How much of a delay? It's like seconds.
It shouldn't be that much.
Yeah. Well, anyway, Fezzy, you're going after this show today, and I think it's going to be fun. Look at that. It's nice. It's green. There's even, like, separate buildings.
Yeah, it looks nice. Looks kind of like the Lost compound where the others were.
I know. And that will be a perfect relaxation spot for you. Much better than spending your vacation in Florida. Look at that. You got a centralized eating area. It's a comfortable looking place.
I like the windows where you can see outside and it's not all blocked off.
Look at that. There's the sit-down place where you'll be talking about your problems. Very mod. Almost has a 1967, hey, everybody, we're listening to the Velvet Underground. Come on in here after you're done cutting your wrist. Feel about it.
It's gorgeous. Donald Trump for shame.
Yeah.
This is a beautiful... Look, that the outside of it looks like a multi-million-dollar version of the Brady House.
You know what it looks like? It looks like Jonestown, where everybody had a great time.
That was a very euphoria-based situation.
Everyone ended up dead there.
Are you going?
No, I can't go. I just don't know enough about this.
Everybody's showing you, and they're taking you to see about it. What do you want to do? They're taking you there today.
I don't want to go and get locked up.
Arch, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, buddies. Dave, go home, get swimmy, bring it to Fezzy, take Fezzy to the Port Authority, put him on a bus to Lake Winnipesaukee. I'll go see Mr. Dr. Leo Marvin, I believe, right? And go for some death therapy, right to it. Baby step the whole way.
He's going to keep throwing out lines till someone laughs.
I liked it. I love Arch.
Arch is great.
He is great. We'll go along.
Hey, Fez, you're going to love this place. They have baked chicken and split pea soup every Sunday night.
Thank you, Matt. I'm not going to like a place where I don't know where I'm at.
You know where you're at.
All I know is Westchester County.
But where do you have to know the exact address? You're going to find out when you drive there. You're going today.
Does a place like that look like it could lock you away? I mean, it's got hardwood floors.
I wish I was going. Curtains. I really do. I wish that was my vacation.
It looks really nice.
Yeah, I could use it.
It looks very nice, very friendly, very accommodating. But you don't understand how much difficulty I would have with something like this. Well, I would freak from the minute I went in the door.
It's like the Canyon Spa, but for your mind.
Well, do you freak when you go into a hotel? I mean, I'm just asking because it did look very hotelish to me. It looks better than most hotels. And just maybe try and trick your brain into saying, I'm going to a hotel.
Maybe if they blindfold you on the way up, that'll help.
That's not going to help at all.
You want to blindfold him, Earl?
Yeah, I think it would help him relax a little bit.
And we give you a cigarette, too.
I don't smoke.
You will.
And put you against the fence.
If you want to be with the cool inmates.
Drive around with a fence.
If you want to be with the cool inmates, you'll smoke.
I don't want to be with any inmates.
It's 45 minutes from New York City. You're 45 minutes from wellness. Now, the thing that makes me feel like you're crazy if you say no to this. Then I wonder if you like feeling bad.
I don't like feeling bad.
Then it's yes.
No, I can't go to this place. I would just freak out the entire time. I wouldn't be able to lend myself over to this. Because I would be worried the whole time about getting back out.
Things will be okay. You just have to sometimes trust in friends. Trust in...
It's too much.
Rehabilitation centers.
It's too much.
Everything sounds different to me today. Even the song doesn't sound the same.
I know. It's off.
It's a restful place for your mental wellness. And then we have 4 ugly girls.
What?
That's what they sell. I'm reading it.
It's a good slogan.
They have delicious sushi. Fez, making the move?
No, I can't do it.
You can't get well.
I want to get well. I can get well, I think.
How?
By doing this other program.
That's not even going to see you for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Here's a chance for you to feel better within 7 days. 7 to 21 days. That you will come out of there and be a totally different person.
I can't go away for 21 days. That's just...
Maybe you won't. Maybe it's for an hour.
Right. But it's the fear of what if it's not an hour that's got me.
Sometimes you gotta take a shot. Take a chance.
I am really freaked out right now.
Why?
Just the thought of getting in a car and going someplace.
Oh, you're going.
Where I'm just completely out of control.
You're not out of control. You're taking a tour. And meeting some nice, great people who only want you to feel better.
And can give you pills.
Or whatever.
Sure, shock treatment.
What are you doing?
I can't go. I can't go.
So we spend an hour out of this and there's no fucking way to end it. It's just going to be the same thing tomorrow. And somebody also call tomorrow with go to Lexapro or take yoga. And that'll be it every day.
Then I guess I should go. I don't know what to do.
What are you going to do, Fezzy?
Take me. Just go ahead and take me. I don't care.
Let's go it. All right. Casey, get the car started.
That's the end of my show. Donk.
It's the Ron and Fez Show on XM 202.